Today's news highlights. Time cut off, 1700 hours. News headline, money is being distributed. The increase in labor insurance annuity will be credited in June, and 910,000 people can receive it. Release time, April 15, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News focus, the government announced that the labor insurance annuity will be adjusted starting in May 2024. In order to cope with inflation, this adjustment involves 910,000 retirees. The Labor Insurance Bureau stated that the adjustment is based on the cumulative inflation rate reaching 5%. Inflation has increased in recent years, and a total of 18 adjustments have been made from 2022 to 2024. In May of this year, survivors' annuities and disability annuities will also be adjusted. News headline, there is a huge shortage of pediatricians. In 10 years, there may be no one to treat severe cases, and even National Taiwan University will not be able to recruit enough places. Release time, April 15, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, the number of newborns in Taiwan in 2023 hit a record low, with only 135,571. The shortage of pediatricians is imminent, and National Taiwan University Hospital is experiencing a shortage of recruitment for the first time. The Ministry of Health and Welfare is considering subsidizing pediatricians to study abroad to solve the problems of treating critically ill patients. The National Health Insurance Department has decided to fully increase the cost of pediatric intensive care units and other expenses, with an estimated expenditure of 338 million yuan, and also provide a subsidy for pediatric residents. The government is trying to alleviate the shortage of pediatricians through financial support, fee premiums, and other measures. However, patients with general diseases account for more than 95%, and there are still challenges in attracting medical students to choose pediatrics. News headline, the wetland killer Spartina alternivora invades Kinmen, and the living fossil horseshoe crab is in danger. Release time, April 15, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, the horseshoe crab is an ancient species that was listed as endangered in 2019. Kinmen and Penghu in Taiwan are its only remaining spawning grounds, but their numbers are rare. The invasion of Spartina alternivora threatens its living space. The Kinmen County government has tried to remove Spartina alternivora, but the results have been limited, and no one has been tasked with cleaning up some areas. Experts recommend that Spartina alternivora be removed promptly and completely to protect the horseshoe crab's living environment. News headline, unstoppable global dumping of Chinese electric cars. Musk announces 10% of Tesla's global layoffs. Release time, April 15, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, China's overcapacity of electric vehicles has led to global dumping, and Tesla has been affected by laying off 10% of its employees. Previously, Tesla had laid off 10% of its employees in 2022. Musk said the layoffs do not involve employees who actually make cars, batteries, or install solar products. Tesla's hiring pace has slowed down, with new employees falling from 29,000 to 12,000 in 2023. According to reports, Tesla will conduct large-scale layoffs, involving up to 20% of its employees, and many engineers have been informed of the layoffs. Tesla delivered 386,810 vehicles in the first quarter of 2024, a year-on-year decrease of 8.5%, lower than analysts' expectations, bringing Tesla back to the level of the second half of 2022. News headline, Huang Yida's recent situation exposed. The rebellious boy spent 9 years training in blue sky. Release time, April 15, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, in 2004, Huang Yida took the Chinese music scene by storm with his delicate appearance and explosive voice. The first album Undefinable sold 65,000 copies, and the title song Blue Sky even won the championship on the UFO network. Huang Yida has attracted many music fans with his unique style and musical talent, and has become the new darling of the Chinese music scene. However, he quietly quit at the peak of his career, suffering from depression due to family and personal difficulties. In 2011, he returned with the album Glimmer, describing the hardships and growth he experienced. In recent years, he has gradually returned to the stage and participated in mainland talent shows, once again touching fans and becoming a symbol of spiritual healing. News headline, what is the occupation of a person who can drive a luxury car under 25? In addition to relying on dad, most netizens think that relying on this thing. Release time, April 15, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, a netizen on PTT asked, what is the occupation of a person who can open a double B before the age of 25? This sparked heated discussion, with speculation that it may be due to family background or engaging in illegal industries. Netizens left messages expressing confusion. Some pointed out that it might be fraud, drug trafficking and other illegal activities, while others thought it might be a rich second generation or relying on support from their parents. Although some people have proposed reasonable methods such as buying installments and working to make money, the overall discussion focuses on doubts and speculations about young people opening B. News headline: Never use hot water to make instant coffee. Japanese experts teach you a trick, it is more fragrant than freshly brewed coffee. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: Yahoo News. News highlights: Japanese experts pointed out that the correct way to brew instant coffee is to stir it with a little cold water, add an equal proportion of water after it is evenly boiled, and heat it in a microwave. In this way, the aroma and concentration of the brewed coffee will be better than that of freshly brewed coffee. Even better. Coffee powder contains starch and will clump when heated, so it is recommended to stir it with cold water first. The best ratio recommended by experts is 2 grams of coffee powder to 130 c.c. of water. Otolaryngologists point out that the starch in the coffee powder will cause a gelatinization reaction when exposed to heat, and the protein will also agglomerate at high temperatures. If the coffee is not stirred completely, the taste of the coffee will be diluted. News headline: Wild boar dies of illness. The ex-manager burst into tears. I only received his apology message a few days ago, the content was exposed. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: Eat a Day Starlight Cloud. News highlights: The well-known artist Shansu, real name Chen Junfu, unfortunately passed away on the morning of the 15th due to pneumonia and septic shock caused by a cold. He was 38 years old. Former manager Shang Liang was extremely saddened by the news and revealed that Shansu specifically apologized to him a few days ago. Although the two no longer have a cooperative relationship, Shang Liang still often takes over work for Shansu, and they have a deep friendship with each other. In tears, Shining Liang recalled everything she had with Shansu, including her care for him and future plans. The death of Boar is a shock, but Shining Liang hopes he rests in peace and thanks him for the laughter and good memories. News headline: The crew of Crazy God were all recruited by wild boars. A comrade of 15 years revealed his private parts in tears. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: Eat a Day Starlight Cloud. News highlights: Well-known artist Shansu, real name Chen Junfu, passed away due to illness, leaving relatives, friends, and fans deeply saddened. He once became famous with the variety show Crazy God Warriors and has a deep friendship with the show team. Shansu recommended many comrades to enter the entertainment industry, which made them deeply grateful. The comrades expressed their thoughts and gratitude to Shansu and recalled the good times working with him. It is difficult for everyone to accept the departure of Shansu, but everyone hopes that he will continue to smile in another world. News headline: Queen of Tears breaks Goblin ratings record. Key actor dies, internet worries have tragic ending. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: Eat a Day Starlight Cloud. News highlights: The ratings of the Korean drama Queen of Tears starring Kim Soo-hyun and Kim Ji-won continue to rise. The 12th episode aired on the 14th even achieved a ratings of 20.7%, surpassing the 20.5% record set by Goblin and Approaching Love. 21.6% of Crash Landing on You. The plot reached its climax when Baek Hyun-woo proposed to Hong Ha-in, but the latter refused due to illness. Hong Man-tae, the group president, ended his life to protect his family. Audiences are worried that the ending may be tragic. The Queen of Tears has 4 episodes left and is expected to surpass the ratings record of Crash Landing on You. News headline: Can you eat sprouted garlic? Is the discoloration of garlic bad? Garlic has many benefits. This way it can be stored for 6 months. Release time: April 14, 2024. Data reference: Health 2.0. News highlight: Garlic is not only a supporting role in cooking, but also has important functions. Contains a large amount of sulfur-containing amino acids and allicin, which has antibacterial, blood pressure lowering, and antithrombotic functions. The best way to take it is to eat 3 to 5 pieces raw every day, or it can be taken through dishes. Sprouted garlic is edible, but may be less nutritious. It should be stored in a cool and ventilated place. It can be stored in the freezer for 1 month after peeling. In terms of cooking, sweet and sour garlic is a delicious choice. You only need to prepare garlic, fruit vinegar, and rock sugar, and you can enjoy it after special processing. News headline: Zhang Yi lost 15 kilograms in 1 year and dropped body fat by 14%. Use this method to naturally love to eat original good food. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: Health 2.0. News highlights: TVBS discover new Taiwan step-by-step host Zhang Yi successfully lost 15 kilograms and reduced body fat by 14% in 1 year through the 4+2R intestinal health diet. She emphasized that diet is the key to improving the intestinal flora, including the elimination period, fat loss period, repair period, etc., to adjust the diet content. In addition, as protein intake in the diet increases, the amount of water should also increase to avoid kidney damage. This method can not only lose weight, but also improve body metabolism and avoid rebound. News headline: This is effective for headaches, diarrhea, and knee pain. Where is the universal point in Chinese medicine? How to press. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: Health 2.0. News highlights: Hege point is the universal point in Chinese medicine. It is located on the large intestine meridian of Han-Yang-Ming. Massaging this point can improve many ailments, including headaches, knee pain, toothache, sore throat, menstrual pain, diarrhea, runny nose, nasal congestion, etc. Massaging the Hege point can regulate qi and blood, relieve pain, improve digestion, relieve cold discomfort, skin problems, women's diseases, replenish energy, and is even effective for stroke first aid. When massaging, you need to choose different techniques according to the painful area, and massage should be avoided during pregnancy to avoid the risk of miscarriage. News headline: The older the women are, the more they don't want to get married. Aquarius has already seen through the disadvantages of marriage. Release time: April 14, 2024. Data reference: I am the biggest woman. News focus: Women of different zodiac signs have different attitudes towards marriage. Women of the zodiac signs who are less willing to get married as they get older include Virgo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Pisces. Virgo women pursue perfection and details, and may put pressure on the perfection requirements of marriage as they grow older. Scorpio women's persistence turns to caution, and they are bound to their hearts by marriage. Independent Aquarius women value personal freedom and feel resistant to marriage. Romantic Pisces women's dreams conflict with reality, and they are full of uncertainty about marriage. News headline: The wild boar told his mother his last words. I was sent a critical illness notice and was hospitalized for 1 month. I cried and sighed, this is fate. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: Sanli News Network. News highlights: Shansu, Chen Junfu, suddenly passed away due to pneumonia complicated by septic shock at the age of 38. The news shocked the entertainment industry. He was hospitalized for a month due to septicemia caused by accidental ingestion, and even confessed his last words to his mother when he was critically ill. The wild boar suffered from lupus erythematosus and sleep apnea in his early years, so he was single and did not dare to have a girlfriend. The family confirmed that he passed away due to deterioration of his physical condition. His father sadly said, "Let him go on well. We will not help him say goodbye." News headline: A drunk man was beaten by Zheng Minkan when he was blocking the sedan chair of a mother carrying a baby on his back. His identity was revealed to be the culprit of the Zhongshan alliance in the police killing case. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: Sanli News Network. News highlights: On her way back to Daejeo's Zhenlan Palace, a man pushed the sedan chair with a baby girl on his back and had a conflict with Vice Chairman Zheng Minkan. He later filed a complaint against Zheng Shangzi to the police. The man turned out to be Zheng Hongwen, the former head of the Western Hall of the Bamboo Alliance gang and founder of the Zhongshan Alliance. The Zhongshan Alliance was once a dark force that shocked Taiwan. Its members came from various gangs. In 2014, it was cracked down by the police due to a nightclub murder case. Now it has collapsed. Zheng Hongwen once had a party and caused trouble in a hotel. He was prosecuted for attempted murder in 2015, but was sentenced to only 1 year in September. Many cases are still under trial. News headline: Won't you have breakfast in the future? Costco Super Meal Kits are no longer available for sale. Insiders reveal, the upgraded version is more delicious. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: United News Network. News highlights: Costco's small meal kits may be discontinued, causing consumers to cry. This meal bag is a childhood memory for many people, accompanying them from kindergarten to high school. After the post was exposed, netizens lamented the loss of the importance of this breakfast and expressed their regret and reluctance over the discontinuation of production. Some people are worried about the price increase, and some people have mentioned that the related products may be upgraded to mascarpone cheese buns, causing discussion. News headline: One life for one? Taichung smoking guy hit and killed an engineer with a bad attitude. He was burned by his girlfriend when he poured oil on him and died. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: United News Network. News highlights: In a tragedy in Taichung City, a man surnamed Li was suspected of hitting and killing an engineer with his car. He was described by the media as a smoking brother because of his bad attitude after the crime. After he had an argument with his girlfriend named Xiet, she poured gasoline on him and set him on fire with a lighter, causing second-degree burns to more than 60% of Li's body. The prosecutor has determined that Xiet is suspected of attempted murder and public danger, and has applied to the court for detention. In addition, Chen Nan was involved in a crime under the firearms, ammunition, and knife control regulations and was ordered to post bail. However, a separate case was handled because contraband was found in the car. Li Nan died on the 13th due to serious injuries. News headline, You will regret not going on pilgrimage. Hong Kong tourists go shopping at one place in Taipei after 4 years, leaving Taiwanese with questions. Release time, April 14, 2024. Data reference, United News Network. News highlights, a Hong Kong female tourist posted that she missed the Guangnan wholesale when she visited Taipei again, and rushed to buy daily necessities on the first day. She believed that Guangnan is a must-visit attraction in Taipei. The post sparked a discussion. While some Taiwanese netizens were confused, other overseas netizens left envious messages, saying that there were fewer and fewer large stationery stores in Taiwan and missing Taiwan's rich and cheap stationery selection. Some Taiwanese netizens are surprised that Guangnan is regarded as a tourist attraction, thinking that there are many similar stores, but they are still surprised by the appreciation from tourists. News headline, Tenant showed off his Western identification card. She was choked when asked on the Po website whether it was true or false. The outcome of the net worth survey changed drastically. Release time, April 15, 2024. Data reference, United News Network. News highlights, a female netizen posted on card that her relatives wanted to rent out a house. During the tenant screening stage, a man passed in his Western employee ID card to prove his identity, but the original Po's family had been deceived by tenants in the past. Experience and be extra cautious with tenants. The original Po coded part of the photo on the Po website and asked the netizen whether the identification card was authentic. It was finally confirmed that the ID was a fraud. Although some netizens questioned her behavior, the original Po also recoded the employee ID card and uploaded it more completely. However, other netizens pointed out that the certificate was really a scam, as a former Western employee also encountered the same situation. News headline, Top 5 stuffed foods are kidney-damaging monsters. Dumplings and pot stickers are both on the list. Doctor, if the heat is too high, avoid exposure. Release time, April 15, 2024. Data reference, United News Network. News highlights, Taiwan is known as the Kingdom of Kidney Dialysis, with more than 90,000 people undergoing dialysis. Nephrologist Hong Yongxiang pointed out that high-calorie foods are extremely harmful to the kidneys, especially foods high in oil, salt, and sugar. He shared the calorie ranking of the top 5 stuffed foods, including pepper cakes, fresh meat wonton soup, dumplings, xiaolong bao, and pot stickers. They are all very high in calories and can damage kidney function. Hong Yongxiang recommends reducing the intake of these foods and increasing nutrient-rich foods such as blanched vegetables to reduce the burden on the kidneys. News headline, Grab it quickly. Jackie Chung's concerts will be held for 3 more times, ticket sales time revealed. Release time, April 15, 2024. Data reference, United News Network. News highlights, Jackie Chung will hold a 60-plus world tour at the Taipei Arena on May 31st. Tickets are selling out as soon as they go on sale, triggering fans' eager calls to join the tour. The organizer announced that 3 additional performances will be held from June 14 to 16, breaking the previous record of 6 performances, with a total of 9 performances. Tickets will go on sale on April 21st. This concert will present classic songs from different genres and eras, evoking memories of fans from different generations. Jackie Chung not only sang beautifully at the concert, but also interacted with the audience in a lively way, and the encore session was full of surprises. News headline, Inventec seizes huge screening business opportunities due to Yakuyi's outlook on life. Release time, April 15, 2024. Data reference, Economic Daily. News highlights, Rongwen Biomedical, a subsidiary of Inventec, 2356, has successfully developed a tumor cell detection system, CTC, and has cooperated with major domestic medical systems. It is expected to enter the Thai and Malaysian markets. The system is designed to detect tumors early and provide reliable tracking of treatment response and prognosis. The founder, Yakuyi, leads by example. He is 82 years old and insists on diligent physical examination. His investment has driven the development of domestic smart medical care, emphasizing that AI technology combined with biotech medical care will improve detection efficiency and create more business opportunities. News headline, TSMC also comes to the rescue. 4 power generating units tripped, almost causing a blackout in northern Taiwan tonight. Release time, April 15, 2024. Data reference, Economic Daily. News highlights, this evening, Taipower experienced the failure of 4 important generating units. In addition, there was no solar photovoltaic supply at night, resulting in a tight power supply, with the backup capacity rate being less than 3%. In the evening, the Taitam CC8 generating unit tripped, affecting the power supply of 1.1 million kilowatts, and then the Mington G4, G5, and G6 generating units tripped, affecting another 720,000 kilowatts of power supply. Taipower urgently dispatched all available units, including TSMC's own diesel generators and nuclear 2 and 3 diesel generators, to ensure stable power supply. This incident shows the challenges of power supply during peak hours at night, and the Heping power plant has not yet resumed power generation due to earthquake damage, creating a power supply burden. News headline: Cooling down by 1000 degrees in 10 seconds. Battery cooling technology invites battery cells and Japanese manufacturers to seek cooperation. Hong Ya-jun, it's pretty cool. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: Economic Daily. News highlights: Xinjiang Technology, which started out selling supercars, has developed immersed battery cooling technology that can cool down nearly 1000 degrees in 10 seconds, and has successfully attracted cooperation from companies such as Kubota. This technology can sense the battery temperature at any time and control the liquid flow rate. Even if the battery explodes, it can quickly cool down and improve safety. The company plans to achieve revenue exceeding 1 billion yuan in 2025 and expand into various vehicle fields. Hong Ya-jun likened the company's prospects to pretty exciting. News headline: TSMC's plant construction benefits are coming. How long will it take for the expansion of Kaohsiung Xiaogang Airport to be completed? Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: Economic Daily. News highlights: The number of inbound and outbound passengers at Kaohsiung Xiaogang Airport has gradually recovered. In January this year, international inbound and outbound traffic has returned to 70% of the pre-epidemic level. EVA Air and China Airlines are actively expanding their destination layout to enhance Kaohsiung's air connections. The Kaohsiung International Airport New Terminal Project, with an investment of NT $88 billion, will be launched in 2025. The annual capacity will increase to 16.5 million passengers, making it a southern aviation hub. It is expected that the first phase of the new terminal project may be completed before 2030 to cope with the increase in passenger demand from the south. News headline: Thriller and life-threatening movie. A pickup truck hit a female pedestrian at a zebra crossing. The front and rear wheels ran over her. The ground was covered with blood and she was seriously injured. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: Ida News Cloud. News highlights: Last night, a 42-year-old man named Wang was driving a pickup truck while turning at the intersection of Zhongzheng Road and Tongde 11th Street in Daowen City. He accidentally hit a 60-year-old woman, causing her to be run over by the front and rear wheels. She died after being sent to the hospital. When the accident occurred, Wang Nan did not notice the woman walking on the zebra crossing. The police rushed to the scene to assist in sending her to the hospital. Wang Nan took a breathalyzer test and showed no alcohol reaction. Police remind drivers to yield to pedestrians to avoid similar accidents. News headline: 6-digit dividend recorded early this morning. A lot of people are envious of plate washing. He reveals the principle: it's quite comfortable. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: Ida News Cloud. News highlights: Today, CUNY Taiwan Select High Interest ETF 00919 issued its fourth dividend. One netizen received a dividend of NT $118,800, which attracted envious messages. He posted a screenshot and said with a smile, "It's credited. The 6-digit dividend is quite comfortable, thank you 00919. He revealed that he holds 180 stocks with a principal of 3.92 million yuan, which is not considered rich. Netizens were envious, and some warned about the risks of investment. The interest distribution is equivalent to 2,316 yuan per month. News title: Zhou Cabinet personnel, 3 heads of finance, overseas Chinese affairs, and personnel remain in office. Release time: April 15, 2024. Information reference: Free Times. News highlights: Minister of Finance Zhuang Quyun, Chairman of the Overseas Chinese Affairs Council Su Jiaqing, and Chief of Staff of the General Office of Personnel and Administration Su Junrong have all received consultation on the renewal of the new cabinet by Zhou Rongta. After Zhuang Quyun took over as finance minister at the end of January last year, he was active and pragmatic and performed well, and was recognized for his extension of term. Su Jiaqing will continue to serve in the field of overseas Chinese affairs. Although he has said that he will follow the president in advance and retreat, he has received news of his renewal. As for Su Junrong, familiar with the business and gained recognition. News headline: Both Liu Yuding and kiwi failed miserably. Ranking list of vitamin C fruits and vegetables revealed, number 1 effective in fighting cancer and relieving cataracts. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: Health 2.0. News highlight: Vitamin C has many important effects on the human body, including promoting wound healing, enhancing immunity, whitening skin, preventing cardiovascular disease, antioxidant and anti-cancer, etc. Among them, vitamin C can promote collagen production, improve skin dullness and wrinkles, and help keep skin healthy and young. At the same time, it also helps prevent heart disease, reduce high blood pressure, and has antioxidant and anti-cancer effects. In order to maintain good health, we should consume enough vitamin C every day, which can be supplemented through food or appropriate nutritional supplements. News headline: Does drinking coffee affect your heart? Study reveals the truth about caffeine risks. How many cups of coffee can you drink in a day? Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: Health 2.0. News highlights: There is some controversy over the effects of coffee on the heart. Excessive coffee consumption may increase the risk of premature ventricular contraction and affect sleep quality. For people who are prone to heart palpitations or poor sleep, it is recommended to drink no more than 1 cup of coffee per day. Adults should not consume more than 300 mg of caffeine per day, and pregnant women should limit their caffeine intake to less than 200 mg to avoid affecting their health. When drinking coffee, you should pay attention to the caffeine content. Moderate drinking has less impact on health. News headline: China's exports shrink. Experts warn that the CCP may dump global goods. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: The Epoch Times. News highlights: China's imports and exports shrank sharply in March, with exports falling by 7.5%. Experts are worried that the CCP may dump low-price products around the world. China's economy continues to suffer setbacks. The decline in exports reflects the difficulty in achieving a sustainable rebound. This, coupled with overcapacity in the manufacturing industry, has led to trade tensions. Analysts warn that China's low-price dumping may trigger more trade barriers, and countries may step up efforts to protect their own industries. U.S. Treasury Secretary Yellen expressed concern about China's overcapacity and did not rule out the possibility of imposing tariffs in response. The CCP has invested in new industries such as electric vehicles and green energy, but job creation is limited and overcapacity has become one of the governance challenges. News headline: Amid conflicts in the Middle East, oil prices fall and gold rises slightly. What signal does it send? Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: The Epoch Times. News highlights: Oil prices fell and gold rose slightly after Iran launched a retaliatory attack on Israel. Asian stock markets generally fell, while U.S. stocks rose due to better-than-expected retail sales data. Investors are concerned that Israel's reaction will affect global markets. U.S. stock futures rose on strong economic data. Oil prices fell back after rising, and gold prices were close to record highs. The market has become less concerned about the situation in the Middle East, but continues to pay attention to developments. Analysts pointed out that the market is waiting to see the impact of the conflict in the Middle East on the global supply chain. Whether shipping in the Strait of Hormuz is affected has become a key issue. News headline: Revised law on sexual exploitation of children, Shweruiwan exposed 4 directions. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: The Epoch Times. News highlights: Minister of Health and Welfare Shweruiwan proposed legislative amendments in the Legislative Yuan regarding the case of artists possessing sexual images of underage children, including increasing criminal liability, simplifying the internet blocking process, punishing those who pay to view child sexual images, authorizing the government to search websites and track money flow. Legislators expressed concerns about the issue of child sexual exploitation and requested an interdepartmental meeting to take stock of the resources of each department. Some legislators pointed out technological limitations and freedom of speech issues. News headline: Only with good kidneys can you live longer. Leeks warm the kidneys and soothe the liver. The 2 best ways to eat them are. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: The Epoch Times. News highlight: Leek is known as an aphrodisiac. It has the effects of warming the kidneys and strengthening the stomach, soothing the liver and promoting qi, dispersing blood stasis and clearing the intestines. It is especially suitable for consumption in spring to nourish the kidneys, warm yang, and smooth the qi and blood. The kidneys are the organs that strengthen the body. Leeks can nourish the kidneys and warm yang, regulate liver qi, and are beneficial to the circulation of qi and blood and the smooth flow of qi and blood. Eating leeks in moderation can help maintain health and prevent disease, but care should be taken to avoid excessive consumption and maintain balanced nutrition. Among the 2 leek recipes, stir-fried shrimp with leeks has the effect of warming and tonifying kidney yang, and is suitable for supplementing protein and trace elements. News headline: Hualien 0403 strong earthquake caused little damage. Should we be proud? Experts say Taiwan has failed to do these 3 things. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: After the strong earthquake, Taiwan demonstrated excellent disaster prevention capabilities and the damage was kept to a low level. Improving earthquake-resistant building codes, decentralized power grids, and rapid communications improve seismic performance. The people's spontaneous assistance and quick establishment of shelter facilities for disaster victims were also recognized. However, the containment capacity is still insufficient. It is recommended to increase alarm sensitivity, strengthen the earthquake resistance of old buildings, and refer to Japan's disaster prevention experience. News headline: National pension fights inflation. 6 benefit amounts are increased, estimated to benefit 1.72 million people. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: the government has established a national pension benefit adjustment mechanism since 2012, and adjusts the benefit limit every 4 years based on the CPI growth rate. In 2024, an additional 1.72 million people will benefit. The total amount of old age annuity benefits will increase to 4,049 yuan, and the basic guarantee of the disability annuity will increase to 5,437 yuan. Recipients must meet the conditions for claiming the national pension and do not receive other social welfare subsidies. National insurance benefits are increased, but only those who apply to Formula A will benefit. The national security system protects old age, mentally and physically disabled, and survivor pensions, and provides maternity and funeral benefits. News headline: Intel's new chip reveals AI PC computing power battle. Is 2025 expected to usher in a wave of phone replacement? Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: Intel launches the new generation of AI chip Gaudi 3, sparking the topic of AI PC computing power war. It is predicted that the AI PC market will grow in 2025, but the current penetration rate is only 1% to 3%. Gaudi 3 uses TSMC's 5nm process, and its performance is comparable to NVIDIA's H100 and H200 chips. Microsoft and Intel define AI PCs as requiring Copilot, physical keys, and NPU computing power. Brands are optimistic about the growth of AI PCs and expect killer applications to be launched in 2025 to drive market growth. News headline: Huang Rongsun's role as ambassador is not enough, Taiwan must find its position in the AI revolution. Release time: April 10, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: NVIDIA founder Huang Zhensun calls himself Taiwan ambassador and emphasizes Taiwan's importance in AI and the Industrial Revolution. However, his cooperation with China's BID and others has raised questions about his stance between Taiwan and China. China's manufacturing industry has turned global, while its technology industry has become less reliant on foreign technology. Taiwan has advantages in the wafer foundry field, but AI foundry is in conflict with the concept of sovereign AI, and it also faces geopolitical risks. AI brings prosperity, but foreign investors are worried about political risks. News headline: Lazy Savior. Hairstylists recognize 4 short hairstyles that are easy to manage. This style is not afraid of the ends of the hair sticking out and also makes the face look slimmer. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: I Am the Biggest Woman. News highlights: short hair recommendations for 2024 include one-size-fits-all short hair, C-shaped short hair, side-swept short hair and apple-top short hair, all of which are popular styles that are easy to organize. One-size-fits-all short hair is a neat choice and is less likely to be messy. C-shaped short hair can modify the jawline and make the face look smaller. Short hair with an outward curl can achieve the effect of a smaller face by turning the ends of the hair outward, and short hair with an apple head can make the head look slimmer. Full and easy to care for. These hairstyles are suitable for lazy people or people who want easy maintenance. They can meet different needs and bring a sense of fashion. News headline: Drinking different slimming water in 5 days will make you lose weight super fast. In addition to lemon water and cucumber water, drink these to make your belly smaller. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: I Am the Biggest Woman. News highlights: 5 different types of slimming water. Drinking different types of water every day can help with weight loss, including laxative water, slimming water, fat-reducing water, beauty water, and supermodel water. The laxative water is made from bananas and cucumbers, which help promote intestinal peristalsis. The slimming water is made from cucumbers, lettuce, and water, which has the function of inhibiting fat synthesis. The fat-reducing water is made from large tomatoes and celery juice squeezed with water helps reduce calorie intake. Beauty water is squeezed from cherry tomatoes and milk, which has anti-aging and antioxidant effects. Supermodel water is squeezed from dragon fruit, green vegetables and coconut water, which will keep you full. It helps to detoxify and eliminate edema. News headline: Creative private room is terrible. Teachers, military police, and judges were found to be involved in the case, and girls' sexual abuse films were released for everyone to watch. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Yipping News Network. News highlights: this news pointed out that the suppliers of the pornographic website Creative Private Forum had shocking identities, including the People's Nanny Police, and that many young girls were deceived into taking intimate photos and videos and then selling them. One of the murdered girls filmed a sex video and it was leaked because she trusted Lu Nan, who claimed to be a police officer from the Women's and Infant Squadron. Lu Nan was sentenced to 1 year in October. Professional soldiers and the judge's son were also involved, which shows that the creative private house crime has a wide impact. Such sexual exploitation and illegal behavior is never something to be viewed lightly. News headline: Zhou Cabinet's third wave of personnel appointments unveiled at 10 o'clock. Finance Minister Zhuang Qiun and 3 others are rumored to remain in office. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Yiping News Network. News highlights: the new president of Taiwan will take office on May 20 and announced that Zhou Rongde will take over as the first cabinet. His first wave of personnel includes Chang Lijun as Deputy Prime Minister and Gong Mingzhen as Secretary General of the Executive Yuan. Zhou Rongde announced the second wave of personnel on the 12th, including Lu Shifeng as Minister of Interior and Li Menjian as Minister of Transport. The third wave of personnel will be announced at 10 a.m. today, and it has been confirmed that Zhuang Qiun and others will continue to serve. At the same time, a number of personnel changes were reported in the political arena, such as Chu Chuizhang taking over as chairman of the Mainland Affairs Council. News headline: YTR that girl Kiki just bought a house and had insomnia for 2 months. Unboxing a new home and worrying about the mortgage is too heavy. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Yiping News Network. News highlights: Kiki from YTR bought a 40 square meter house less than 10 years old when she was 31 years old. She started working in high school to save money. After 2 years of hard work, she finally realized her dream of buying a house. But after transforming into a mortgage girl, she felt a lot of pressure and suffered from insomnia for 2 months, working hard to repay the loan. The house has not yet been renovated and is planned to be used as a studio. Equipment includes Japanese kitchenware, a washer-dryer and an electric towel rack. News headline: Today the heat in the south soars to 36 degrees Celsius. Half of Taiwan suffers from excessive ultraviolet rays. It's getting colder today and 2 places are afraid of heavy rain. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Yiping News Network. News highlights: Today there is a frontal influence near the northern waters of Taiwan, and the weather is unstable. There may be short-term rain or thunderstorms in the northeast, and it will be cloudy to sunny in other areas. However, high temperatures will occur in Kaohsiung City and Pingtung County around noon, with a temperature of 36 degrees Celsius. Possibility: the warm weather will continue tomorrow, but the air quality will generally be good to fair. There will be a wave of rain on the 18th, mainly affecting the central and northern coastal areas. The temperature will drop slightly, but then it will rise again. The public is reminded to pay attention to sun protection and hydration to prevent the impact of short-term rainfall on traffic. News headline: Costco apples cut open and the flesh is smudged red. She was frightened and asked, but an expert answered it. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Yiping News Network. News highlights: A netizen found that the flesh of apples was light red after buying apples at Niahu Costco, which triggered a discussion about apple varieties and flesh color. Other netizens shared similar experiences, noting that different apple varieties may have different colors in their flesh but have no health effects. The Taichung Agricultural Reform Center also confirmed that this phenomenon is normal and emphasized that it is safe to eat. This incident once again reminds consumers of the importance of understanding the origin and characteristics of products. News headline: Grandma doesn't make enough money. Grandparents and grandson ate instant rice balls. The warm-hearted star was in tears for doing something that was praised. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Yiping News Network. News highlights: T1 professional basketball star Yu Chunan saw a pair of grandparents buying discounted food at the supermarket. He was deeply moved when his grandma said that she didn't earn enough today to buy just these. He silently bought food for them and asked the store clerk to deliver the food. This heartwarming gesture aroused widespread discussion and likes on social media. Yu Chunan shared this story and said that she just wanted to share her experience of life and hoped that everyone would live every day with heart and make kind choices. News headline: After the 303 accident, there was another major power outage last night. TSMC diesel engine emergency rescue. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Yahoo News. News highlights: Taipower suffered a tripping of 4 important generating units last night. There was no solar photovoltaic supply at night, resulting in a tight power supply, and the backup capacity rate was only less than 3%. Taipower had prepared a power outage plan for northern Taiwan. Fortunately, it received emergency diesel power generation support from Northern Taiwan Enterprises and the power supply was stabilized. This incident highlighted the power supply difficulties of the Heping power plant after the earthquake damage, as well as the challenges posed by insufficient solar photovoltaic capacity at night. People in the electricity industry pointed out that the risk of insufficient power supply increases during peak hours at night, and tripping of units may lead to widespread power outages. News headline: Remember to brush your passbook. 15 payments were credited to the account before the end of the month, with an average labor insurance annuity of RMB 18,000 per person. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News focus, 15 payments will be received in mid to late April, including various benefits such as labor insurance pension and national pension. Among them, the most watched labor insurance pension will be credited on the 29th, while various national pension benefits will be paid out on the 30th. The Labor Insurance Bureau pointed out that in January this year, the number of people claiming labor insurance annuity reached 1.811 million, and the total payment amount was as high as 33.8 billion yuan, with an average of about 18,664 yuan per person. National pension benefits are paid before the end of the next month, and the last working day is the day when the payment is recorded. The Bureau of Labor Insurance reminds you that you will be eligible to claim labor insurance annuity from the day after retirement. After application, it will be paid on a monthly basis and will be credited to your account at the end of the next month. News headline, Southwest Vortex Convection appears. Zhang Mingdian explains the cause. The internet is curious, how terrible is the weather down there? Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, Zhang Mingdian, the former director of the Central Meteorological Bureau, shared a satellite cloud image on his personal Facebook, pointing out that a southwest vortex convection system appeared today and explaining its cause. Netizens responded one after another, expressing their curiosity and expectations about weather changes, and also mentioned the water shortage in Taiwan. Among them, Zhang Mingdian explained the formation mechanism of the southwest vortex convection system, pointing out that it usually appears when the role of the heat source of the Tibetan Plateau gradually emerges, and low-level convergence brings in warm and humid air and meets cold upper air. News headline, Zhou Rongta's third wave of heads of 6 cabinet ministries were announced, with Digital Minister Huang Yanan and Economic Minister Guo Zhihui taking over. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, President-elect Lai Ching-te's third wave of cabinet personnel has been announced, with Lu Jingqing appointed as chairman of the National Development Council, Guo Zhihui as economic minister, Peng Jinlong as chairman of the Financial Supervisory Commission, Chen Jinda as chairman of the Public Works Committee, and Huang Yanan as digital director. Ministry of Development, Wu Chengwen serves as chairman of the National Science and Technology Commission. Zhou Rongta expects Guo Zhihui to ensure stable power supply and develop diversified green energy, while Lu Jingqing is responsible for the industrialization of AI. Other unspecified candidates come from the business and education sectors and look forward to the development direction of the new government. News headline, Wild boar passed away suddenly after a cold turned into pneumonia. Doctors warn you not to delay if you experience 3 symptoms, chronic cough and high fever are included. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, news of the sudden death of the wild boar shocked the entertainment industry and caused an uproar. He had suffered from diseases such as lupus erythematosus and sleep apnea, and relied on medication to control the disease, but he still died unexpectedly. Doctors remind you that if you have a cold that lasts for more than 3 weeks, has a cough that lasts for more than 3 weeks, a high fever above 38 degrees, or bloody sputum, you should seek medical treatment as soon as possible to prevent the condition from worsening to serious conditions such as pneumonia. News headline, Mai's first love turned out to be Kitagawa Keiko's husband. They met after 28 years and confided about their breakup. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, after the marriage of Japanese artist Sato Mai and Wang Quanren ended, Mai returned to the screen and recently appeared on the program Vicious Tongue 007, surprising her ex-boyfriend Daigo. Daigo and Mai were high school sweethearts, and Mai revealed that he was her first love. When the two were dating, their relationship gradually faded away after they lost contact because Mai was studying abroad. The reason for their breakup was due to the inconvenience of communication at the time. Now Daigo is happily married to Kitagawa Keiko and has 2 children, while Mai has become a single mother and started a new life. News headline, Old scrapped car parked inside 10 buffer pillars. Netizens call it the most useless car. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlight, in Zihu Town, there is an old scrapped car that is perfectly parked in the space separated by the buffer pillars. Netizens jokingly called it the most useless car. Originally, the buffer pillars were set up to prevent the rider from falling into the ditch next to him when turning, but this useless car ended up parked inside for some reason. The Zihu Town office rushed to the scene and posted a cleanup notice on the windshield of the car. People nearby questioned how the car was parked and started talking about it. The office also stated that it will conduct an inventory of vehicles that have occupied roads or parking spaces for a long time, and will remove and sell them if necessary. News headlines, iPhone shipments drop sharply, falling from the top spot in mobile phones, and Apple stock operations submerge. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights. IDC's latest report points out that global smartphone shipments increased by 7.8% year-on-year in the first quarter, reaching 289.4 million units, but Apple's iPhone shipments plummeted by nearly 10% compared with the same period last year, and its market share fell to 17.3%, losing leading position. Samsung regained the first place with a market share of 29.8%. Largan and Yujigwang faced reduced demand for iPhone lenses and their operations subsided in the first half of the year. Honhai expanded production in India due to flat iPhone assembly. Mainland mobile phone brands that are not in the Apple camp performed strongly. Xiaomi's shipments increased by 33% and its market share reached 14.1%. Transsion's shipments surged by 85% last quarter. The average selling price of mobile phones has increased, indicating that consumers prefer high-end models. News headline: China's low-price products swept across the country and were the first to be knocked off the altar. Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: Free Electronic News. News highlights: Tesla was once the market leader, but sales have dropped significantly in recent years and its stock price has plummeted. The global electric vehicle market is booming but competition is fierce, with Tesla facing strong rivals such as Chinese brand BYD. A lack of new vehicle models and supply chain issues have compounded the challenges. Tesla may be able to profit from software in the short term, but its long-term prospects are questionable. News title: Entering the 3 intertidal zones of Xailaokyu, a marine conservation fee of 60 yuan per person will be charged starting from 7/1. Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: Free Electronic News. News highlights: Starting from July 1, Xailaokyu will begin to charge a marine conservation fee of 60 yuan per person in 3 intertidal zones to be used for the maintenance and restoration of ecological resources. There are more than 1 million tourists on the island every year, which is the peak after the epidemic. In order to balance sightseeing and ecological conservation, the government has designated part of the intertidal zone as a conservation demonstration area, limiting the number of people entering at the same time and charging fees. Marine conservation fees will be used for ecological conservation, promotion, management, and restoration, etc. This approach not only protects the environment, but also improves the quality of tourist experience. News headline: Fake investment. Air voting in Lu County. Hankuyu, the venue steward mistakenly inserted the card. Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: Free Electronic News. News highlights: When the Legislative Yuan was voting on the pension reform bill proposed by the Kuomintang, the venue steward mistook him for a legislator and mistakenly inserted the voting card of Lu County No. 1, which triggered a controversy over impersonation voting. Legislative Yuan Hankuyu said that the voting result of the case was inconsistent with the facts, so it would be handled separately and administrative sanctions would be imposed on the venue officials. Hankuyu emphasized that there was no case of legislators receiving voting cards on behalf of others or falsely receiving them, and that the mistaken or fraudulent voting cards would be dealt with after consultation with all political parties. The principle for issuing voting cards in the future will be issued by the venue steward after the legislators sign in. News headline: The third wave of new cabinet personnel. Guo Zhihui, Ministry of Economic Affairs; Huang Yanan, Ministry of Digital Development; Lu Jingqing, National Development Council. Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: Free Electronic News. News highlights: Presiding Executive President Zhou Rongta announced the list of the third wave of cabinet members, including Economic Minister Guo Zhihui, Digital Development Minister Huang Yanan, National Development Council Chairman Lu Jingqing, National Science Council Chairman Wu Chengguan, Financial Supervisory Commission Chairman Peng Jinlong and Public Works Chairman Chen Jinda. Guo Zhihui is a cross-field entrepreneur. He once served as the driver and translator for Honhai founder Terry Gou and later founded Konghio Group. Huang Yanan majors in the field of information and communication technology and was a researcher at Bell Labs in the United States. Lu Jingqing has rich industrial practice and consulting experience. Served as senior executive of IBM and PwC. The new cabinet members will lead Taiwan to make progress in areas such as economy and digital development. News headline: Is pedestrian hell still there? Large-scale law enforcement has cracked down on 123,000 cases in the past year, and the death toll remains as high as a mountain. Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: Free Electronic News. News highlights: Data released by the police department shows that since May last year, the police have stepped up efforts to crack down on the illegal behavior of not yielding to pedestrians at intersections. As of the end of March this year, more than 123,000 violations have been dealt with. Sadly, however, at the same time, the number of pedestrian fatalities at intersections has not decreased significantly. According to data from the Ministry of Transport, the number of pedestrian deaths last year and the year before last were 189 and 188 respectively, which shows that Chinese people's concept of giving way to pedestrians at intersections needs to be strengthened. The police said they would continue to strengthen law enforcement and called on drivers to give way to pedestrians, while reminding pedestrians to pay attention to safety on the road. News headline: Huang Shudwang resigned from the National Security Council Advisory Committee and the convener of the submarine team. There are changes in the follow-up ship mass production task. Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: Free Electronic News. News highlights: the prototype of the domestic submarine Haikun, SS-711, is undergoing HAT port testing. However, according to relevant sources, Huang Shudwang, who serves as the convener of the domestic submarine project, has expressed his intention to resign and will hand over the leadership. Return to Navy headquarters. Huang Shudwang was previously accused and has filed a defamation lawsuit and requested civil damages. The Navy will continue to plan for mass production of submarines, but Huang Shudwang's resignation may affect subsequent plans. Navy Commander Admiral Tang Hua proposed a new plan for military construction and war preparation, integrating the Coastal Combat Command headquarters, etc., to meet the needs of future operations across the Taiwan Strait. Regarding changes in the follow-up plan for submarines, we need to wait for further developments after the new government takes office. News headline: Yang Lijing's Porsche was spray-painted and she urgently called the police. The man behind the scenes turned out to be his ex-boyfriend. Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights: well-known martial arts actress Yang Lijing's Porsche car was deliberately vandalized with spray paint. After the police captured the suspect confessed that Yang's ex-boyfriend surnamed Gong instigated the incident. The police arrested suspect Gong with a warrant and transferred the entire case to the district attorney's office for investigation, involving charges of intimidation, defamation, damage, and home invasion. The police called for rational communication to solve problems and avoid illegal behavior. News headline: a famous male star was shocked to have assaulted his extra and female assistant. The perverted behavior of cars used as artillery chambers was revealed. Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights: artist Huang Zijiao was found by the prosecutor to be involved in a sex crime website and had sexual images of minors. Ms. K was also accused of sexual assault. The Me Too crisis in the entertainment industry continues to ferment. Senior actor Mu Yehua broke the news that a certain A-list male star used a van to seduce a makeup artist's assistant and an extra, and his behavior was exposed. She emphasized the existence of hidden rules in the entertainment industry and reminded people with dreams to protect themselves and avoid victimization. Mu Yehua also shared that she has never followed invitations from the industry for irregular dates and focuses on her family and career. News headline: Meet a good partner. 4 zodiac signs best for blind dates. Numerologist: Tiger attracts successful people. Release time: April 15, 2024. Information reference: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights: tarot card teacher Eiffel pointed out that the 4 zodiac signs for meeting a good partner during a blind date are, in order, Tiger, Horse, Rabbit and Snake. People with the zodiac sign Tiger are brave and confident, and often meet professionals with clear goals. People with the horse sign have strong social skills, and usually meet people with broad interests, who are optimistic and cheerful. People with the zodiac sign of the rabbit are careful and kind, and often meet people who are willing to take responsibility and have strong family values. People with snakes are witty and introverted, and often meet people who are smart, rational, and thoughtful. It is recommended that each zodiac sign choose different places for blind dates to increase the chances of getting to know each other. News headline: TSMC comes to the rescue and avoids power outage storm. Taipower's filing exposed, Huang Yang explicitly warned of the July crisis. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: China Times News Network. News highlights: on the evening of the 15th, 4 Taipower units tripped, and the reserve capacity rate dropped sharply to less than 3%. The power supply in the north was facing a crisis. Major companies such as TSMC start their own generators to provide stable power. The Hualien earthquake caused the failure of 8 units including Heping, Taichung, Qiaoguang, and Haihe units, exacerbating the power supply dilemma. In the evening, Unit 8 of the Taitam power plant also tripped. The solar power supply was insufficient, and the backup rate once dropped to more than 2%. Taipower is developing a regional power curtailment plan, and TSMC and other companies are providing temporary power generation assistance. People are worried about energy supply issues, and some have criticized the government's decision to shut down nuclear power plants. News headline: conversation between family members exposed. A 5-month-old baby boy was tortured and his head was shattered. The evil nanny complained about being brainwashed by magic sounds every day. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: China Times News Network. News highlights: A 5-month-old baby boy in Kaohsiung suffered multiple skull fractures and fell into a coma. The nanny, surnamed Wang, is suspected of serious injuries and the prosecutor has requested for detention. The nanny once complained to the family that the baby boy's cries were affecting his mental state, saying that such magical sounds are transmitted to his brain every day. Before the incident, the nanny said that the caregivers need to cooperate and complained that the baby boy cried all day long. The mother once sympathized with the nanny, thinking that the child was difficult to take care of. The nanny once said that the baby boy was weird. The mother found that the baby had been injured and sent her to the hospital, where she found multiple fractures and other serious injuries. The prosecutor determined that the nanny was suspected of a criminal offense and requested to be detained. The case is still under further investigation. News headline: Alyssa was criticized for emptying the rice into the trash can and she responded angrily, "I will send it to your home in the future." Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: China Times News Network. News highlights: YouTuber Alice Asha suffered from inflammation due to pouring about 2/3 of the rice into the trash can during the filming of the electronic cooker video. She explained that it was because she ate too much in Australia. Netizens criticized her for wasting food, saying she cooked too much on purpose. Some fans thought that netizens were too picky and accused them of looking for trouble. Alyssa responded to a message on Guard saying that the rice was thrown away because she forgot to dispose of it, and she didn't understand why it couldn't be thrown away. She responded with a comment, "If you think it's a waste, please give me your address. I'll send it to your house if I have unfinished food." News headline: 2 waves of frontal relay, experts reveal the most rainy time, heavy rain north of Tainan. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: China Times News Network. News highlights: there will be brief showers in the north and Yuhua areas today, and there will also be local showers in the mountainous areas in the afternoon. The high temperature during the day is 30 to 33 degrees, and the temperature in the southern mountainous areas can reach 36 degrees. The moisture will decrease tomorrow, but a front will approach on Thursday, and there may be local brief showers or thunderstorms, or even local heavy rain, along the northern coast. There will also be a frontal impact next Tuesday and Wednesday, and people north of Tainan need to be careful against local heavy rain. Meteorological experts pointed out that there will be 2 waves of frontal influence in the next 10 days. The first wave may cause localized heavy rain along the northern coast on Thursday, and the second wave may cause localized short showers or thunderstorms in the north of Tainan and Yuhua from Tuesday to Wednesday next week. News headline: How much annual income do you need to pay no tax? A picture shows how these 5 types of people get a small amount of luck. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: China Times News Network. News highlights: the tax filing season in May is approaching. The Ministry of Finance shared tax filing tips and listed the conditions for the 5 major tax exemption groups. If the annual income of a single person does not reach 216,000 yuan, and if the annual income of a joint declaration with a spouse does not exceed 432,000 yuan, the tax is exempted and the declaration is exempted. A single person's income exceeds 216,000 yuan but does not reach 423,000 yuan, a dual income family earns more than 432,000 yuan but does not reach 846,000 yuan, or a dual income family of 4 earns more than 432,000 yuan but does not reach 1.27 million yuan, and is exempt from tax but needs to declare it. The Ministry of Finance emphasized that tax-exempt groups still need to declare in order to get a tax refund. The period for verification of undeclared taxes has been extended to 7 years. Declaration and tax payment are 2 steps and cannot be omitted. News headline: No one wants to take the Taiwan Railway test? The recruitment for this project is so miserable, only one person can come. When I saw the salary online, I lamented, it's better to do food delivery. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Sanli News Network. News highlights: the Taiwan Railway Corporation is recruiting for the first time, covering multiple subjects. However, for one of the projects, Taitung Section Electrical Personnel, only one person has applied for it out of 7, and has not yet been admitted, triggering discussion. The original poll lamented that in the past, Taiwan Railway was an iron rice bowl, but now it is difficult to recruit people. Netizens pointed out that the salary is low, professionalism is required, and shifts are required, saying that it is not as good as other jobs. The number of people recruited by the Taiwan Railways this time was lower than expected, and the salary was about 33,000 to 42,000. However, the professional requirements were high and they required shifts, which aroused the disgust of netizens. News headline: Children with 4 zodiac signs in the family will become great talents. In the future, you will either be rich or noble, but you will also be filial to your parents. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Sanli News Network. News focus: Soha.com pointed out that children with the 4 zodiac signs usually become successful and will definitely become wealthy. Those born under the dragon zodiac enjoy the protection of the crepe myrtle star, are wise and farsighted, have the power of life and death, and will have great success in the future. Those born under the rat zodiac are timid but talented, diligent and studious, win the hearts of the people, and have worry-free career development. Those born under the zodiac rooster have excellent qualities, excellent in both character and academics. They will go global after starting a successful business and become the pride of the whole family. Those born under the horse sign are full of fortune and have cheerful and progressive personalities. Both men and women can bring good luck to their parents, help them achieve great things, and achieve their own success. News headline: A man's body was found disposed on the basketball hoop at the Bali Basketball Stadium in New Taipei Province. His family refused to collect the body. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: TVBS News. News highlights: A 41-year-old man was found hanging to death on the basketball court in Bali District, New Taipei City. External intervention has been initially ruled out. The family members are unwilling to deal with the funeral arrangements due to long-term loss of contact. Forensic personnel found no obvious external injuries, and the cause of death is pending examination by prosecutors. News headline: McDonald's buy 1 French fries, get 1 free. Free chicken nuggets and hash browns, 99 yuan discount on 5 sets. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: TVBS News. News highlights: McDonald's global app launches 9 coupons every week, including buy 1 get 1 free for French fries and buy 1 get 1 free for Aria Ice style, with the lowest price starting at only 99 yuan. Free hash browns for the a la carte freshly baked fruits during breakfast time, and there is a drive-through limited offer. Purchase the spicy chicken drumstick set and get 4 free chicken McNuggets. In addition, 5 set meals are available at a special price of 99 yuan during dinner time, and breakfast sets start at 87 yuan. McDonald's Happy Giveaway launches a buy 1 get 1 free event. Use the discount code 10NUG to enjoy discounts on a variety of products. News headline: Sokai and Yutian compete for party committee chairman. Media people asserted that this outcome, one-sided and invincible. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: TVBS News. News highlights: Former Democratic Progressive Party legislators Yutian and Sokai will run for the new Taipei Party headquarters of the Democratic Progressive Party, triggering a head-to-head confrontation. Sokai registered to run on the 15th and was supported by Kaohsiung Mayor Chen Kamai. Former legislator Shen Fuqiang predicted that Sokai would win and said that Yutian's choice to run was a mistake. Shen Fuqiang pointed out that the National Assembly may not support Yutian, but the support for Sokai is even higher. He believes that the chairperson of the new Taipei Party headquarters must be Sokai. He also pointed out that there are many people supporting her, and Yutian's influence is relatively weak. News headline: Yang Beijing resigned from the People's Party in tears for 2 months and agreed to cooperate with the Keelung government. I agree with Xie Kuliang's philosophy. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: TVBS News. News highlights: Yang Beijing, former deputy director of the People's Party's Legislative Yuan Caucus, will serve as the 2024 Keelung Policy Promotion Ambassador starting from mid-May, cooperating with the Keelung city government. Keelung Mayor Xie Kuliang said that Yang Beijing has a good image and a clear message and will provide assistance in future policy promotion on maternal and child welfare. Yang Beijing expressed his agreement with Mayor Xie's concept and hoped that through publicity and promotion, more people could see Keelung's diverse features. He would communicate with media reporters after the city's regular municipal affairs meeting on the 16th. News headline: Tang Feng breaks up. Information security scholar Huang Yanan takes over as Minister of Digital Development. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: TVBS News. News highlights: Zhou Rongta announced that the post of Minister of Digital Development will be taken over by Huang Yanan, an information security scholar. Huang Yanan is a top expert in Taiwan's information and communications field. He is involved in cross-field research on information and communications technology, and has professional capabilities in information security, AI, smart Internet of Things and other fields. This personnel adjustment may be a response to the past performance of the Digital Development Department and its emphasis on future technological development. Zhou Rongta emphasized that Huang Yanan will lead the Digital Development Department to introduce AI technology, hoping to promote its application in various fields and industries, so that Taiwan can move forward side by side with the world. News headline: Tuyan Xiangli, under the pseudonym Li Juan, cheated on his lover's wife and had a house 42 times and gave birth to 2 children. The Ministry of Finance announced punishment. Release time: April 14, 2024. Data reference: TVBS News. News highlights: The Ministry of Finance made a rare announcement of the land bank cheating case, pointing out that former assistant manager Cheng had an affair with a married woman named Zhang. They contacted her through line and had a tryst in a hotel during business hours. As a result, they gave birth to 2 illegitimate children. Cheng Nan was sentenced to be downgraded by 2 levels and reclassified, and was no longer on the list of recommended assistants. He filed a lawsuit against his employees, and the Taipei District Court awarded him $1 million in damages. The High Court upheld the original verdict. Zhang Nu was also ordered to pay compensation of 815,200 yuan. The case was rarely made public and attracted public attention. News headline: Eat less of the 6 types of foods for kidney stones. Chili peppers are on the list, and even everyone's favorite sweet and sour fruit is on the list. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: United News Network. News highlights: Kidney and urinary tract stones are common kidney diseases that may lead to acute kidney inflammation. Excessive amounts of substances in the urine, including calcium, uric acid, and oxalic acid, are the main causes of urinary tract stones. The formation of kidney stones and urinary tract stones may cause problems such as urinary tract obstruction and acute kidney inflammation. Foods high in purine, spicy, high in oxalic acid and high in sodium, as well as strawberries and other foods that are harmful to stone patients, should be avoided in the diet. It is recommended to drink plenty of water and avoid drinking large amounts of coffee and carbonated drinks. News headline: A 19-year-old female college student was killed and dismembered on a date. The suspect brutally set the fire on fire. Broken legs and body parts were found in the park. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: United News Network. News highlight: A 19-year-old female college student in Wisconsin disappeared after a date and was later found brutally murdered and dismembered. The suspect was charged with first-degree intentional homicide, mutilation of a corpse and arson destruction of property. The victim's friends worried and called the police, who found his body and the burned vehicle in the car. His severed legs were later found in the park, and more remains were found nearby. Police used surveillance cameras, witness statements, and phone records to find the suspect, and found blood and gasoline cans in his home. If convicted, the suspect faces life imprisonment. News headline: He lamented that the mainland's bus fleet had few facilities and was very backward. Netizens ridiculed, Taiwan is strange. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: United News Network. News highlights: A netizen shared his experience on PTT that buses in mainland China do not have a bell, sparking discussion. He said that when he took a mainland bus for the first time, he couldn't find the alighting bell. When he arrived at the stop, the driver opened the door and let him off. He was surprised by the different habits from Taiwanese buses. Other netizens explained that mainland buses stop at every stop and do not need to ring the bell. On the contrary, some people criticized Taiwan's bus stop bell system, saying that they should stop at every stop and do not need to ring the bell. It is understood that most buses in mainland China do not have bells, and sometimes the driver may scold you for ringing the bell. There are even cases where the bell is removed from the bus. News headline: A married lady at a lottery shop married a married woman, and she was sued for publishing nude photos and flirting in the car, which caused a hemorrhage in the palace. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: United News Network. News highlights: A woman surnamed Yat, the proprietor of a lottery shop in Taichung City, had an extramarital affair with a married man. The man's wife sued her for infringement of spousal rights and requested a $1 million in solace. The court found that Yanu sent nude photos on the communication software, had sex, and flirted with the man in the car. She was found to have knowledge and committed indecent behavior. Although Yanu argued that she did not know that the man was married, the court did not accept her argument and ordered Yanu to compensate the man's wife $300,000. She can appeal. News headline: Surprise. Daigo reunited with his 28-year-old girlfriend on the show, and Mai Sato appeared. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: United News Network. News highlights: Japanese actor Daigo reunited with his high school girlfriend Mai from 28 years ago on the show, which caused many surprises. The two had a campus romance in high school, but eventually broke up and went their separate ways. Today, Daigo has a happy family, and Mai has also started a new life. The reason why the production unit invited them to appear on the show was because Daigo and Kitagawa Keiko were selected as the first place in the Most Ideal Artist couple and they wanted to review his relationship history. The two talked about old times generously on the show, showing their rare friendship and mature attitude. News headline: I was surprised to see a car owner parking 1.5 spaces in the underground parking lot. Experts revealed the best parking method for experienced drivers. Release time: April 15, 2024. Data reference: United News Network. News highlights: A netizen shared on social media that many car owners in the parking lot parked their cars against the wall while occupying non-parking spaces next door. This parking method has been described as an old driver's parking method and has caused some discussion. Many netizens expressed their understanding and believed that parking in this way can prevent their car from being hit by other people's doors, while not hindering other vehicles or public facilities. They believe this is a good way to park to protect their cars and consider others, and they agree with this parking concept. News headline: Is it all staged? Iran launched 300 missiles and drones to attack Israel. 99% of the missiles were intercepted. Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: FTV News. News highlights: Iran launched airstrikes on Israel over the weekend, but almost 99% of the missiles were intercepted. CNN analysis pointed out that this was a carefully designed failed plan to retaliate against Israel for attacking the Iranian embassy and save face without triggering a war in the Middle East. Iran notified Western countries in advance through Turkey in order to reduce its lethality. However, both US and Iranian authorities deny there was a prior agreement. Iran's actions ultimately turned into a fireworks show, and foreign media reports were fully denied. Iran's move was intended to retaliate against Israel and show strength to Middle Eastern countries, but to end it quickly to avoid a full-scale war. News headline: Israeli congressman thanks Taiwan for its immediate support. We should be ready to fight for freedom. Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: FTV News. News highlights: President Tsai Ing-wen received a delegation of Israeli parliamentarians yesterday, expressing condolences for Israel's recent attacks by Iran and condemning violence that undermines peace and stability. Dubsky, chairman of the Israeli Parliamentary Friendship Group with Taiwan, thanked Taiwan for its support and called for closer cooperation. He condemned Iran's actions, noting that Iran encourages fighting but Israel teaches peace and that the airstrike was an attack against all democracies. Dubsky called on the free world to unite to resist internal and external threats, and emphasized that Israel and Taiwan should strengthen cooperation to jointly defend freedom. News headline: Taiwan stocks plunged more than 500 points, IC Design bucked the trend and recovered. This stock is approaching the daily limit. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Economic Daily. News highlights: All four major U.S. stock indexes fell yesterday. TSMC ADR fell 1.67%, Taiwan stocks fell more than 500 points intraday, but high-priced IP stocks bucked the trend. M31, 6,643, rose 9% intraday. Stocks later Shakson KY, 3,661, also rose by more than half the limit, and Creative, 3,443, rose by more than 3%. Iran's airstrikes on Israel triggered international condemnation, and the Israeli embassy in China called on China to issue stronger condemnation. U.S. stocks closed in the dark, with the S&P 500 index falling below 5,100 points and TSMC's ADR falling, affecting Taiwan stocks during the session. In addition to high-priced IP stocks, small and medium-sized IP stocks bucked the trend and rose, with Lingyang, Apu *, Dafa, etc. performing outstandingly. News headline: The price difference between old and new houses in Kaohsiung is huge. One new house here can be exchanged for 2 second-hand houses. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Economic Daily. News focus: Kaohsiung housing prices have skyrocketed, and the price difference between new houses and second-hand houses is huge. Taking Yancheng district as an example, the price difference per square meter between new and old houses reaches 93.3%. In other areas such as Linjia, Sanmin, and Xingsing district, it also exceeds 80%, and almost everyone buys one. One new house can be exchanged for 2 second-hand houses. Experts point out that the average age of historic houses in old urban areas is relatively high, and there is limited room for price increases. However, due to the advantages of newly built houses in mature business districts, the price difference between new and old houses has widened. Areas where the price difference between new and old houses is small are mostly areas with development potential, and the number of housing projects has increased, helping to increase housing prices in China. It is recommended that buyers choose a suitable new or old house based on their budget and needs. News headline: Tesla plans to lay off more than 14,000 people worldwide. Musk: I hate this the most but it's necessary. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: Tesla announced more than 10% of its global layoffs, laying off about 14,000 employees in response to slowing demand for electric vehicles. CEO Musk informed employees via email that the layoffs were due to overlapping functions and cost reductions. Tesla's vehicle delivery volume in the first quarter of this year was lower than expected, and its stock price has fallen 31%, one of the worst performances. Experts pointed out that the research and development of new car models may be stalled, and the delayed delivery of Cybertruck may lead to further shrinkage in sales. News headline: Less than TSMC and Intel. Samsung receives $6.4 billion in U.S. subsidies to expand Texas factory. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Vision Magazine. News highlight, the U.S. government announced a $6.4 billion subsidy to Samsung Electronics to expand the chip production capacity of the Texas plant. This is the latest move by the United States to seek to revitalize semiconductor manufacturing and avoid future supply constraints. Previously, the United States has provided subsidies of $8.5 billion and $6.6 billion to Intel and TSMC. This move is believed to help the United States restore its global semiconductor leadership and create a large number of jobs. The grants will support Samsung's expansion of production facilities and research centers and strengthen U.S. national security. News headline, The Ant Soldiers That Rolled the World to Death. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Vision Magazine. News highlights, The Wall Street Journal reported that China is shipping cheap goods around the world, creating China Shock 2.0. Washington Treasury Secretary Yellen warned China not to rely on large quantities of cheap goods to stimulate the economy, and that Europe, the United States and other countries will take countermeasures. China's new business model has caused consumer goods prices to drop significantly, with the electric vehicle market growing rapidly. Social platforms have replaced e-commerce as a new trend. New companies such as Pinduoduo and Shine have challenged traditional companies with low price and efficient models. The accusation of low price dumping of Chinese people's products has been questioned. News focus, a septic tank methane poisoning accident occurred in a pig farm in Lishan Town, Pengzhou City, Sichuan. The boss and 6 employees died of poisoning while trying to rescue them. On the afternoon of the day of the incident, when the boss was inspecting the septic tank, a wooden board broke and fell into the tank. The employees tried to rescue them with a human chain, but all 7 people were poisoned by inhaling excessive amounts of methane gas. Police and firefighters arrived and rescued them, but 4 people died on the spot and the remaining 3 were pronounced dead after being sent to the hospital. The pig farm was in the takeover stage and had not officially opened before the accident. Neighboring residents pointed out that deep biogas pools need to be open for more than a week before they can be entered, otherwise they are extremely dangerous. News focus, a septic tank methane poisoning accident occurred in a pig farm in Lishan Town, Pengzhou City, Sichuan. The boss and 6 employees died of poisoning while trying to rescue them. On the afternoon of the day of the incident, when the boss was inspecting the septic tank, a wooden board broke and fell into the tank. The employees tried to rescue them with a human chain, but all 7 people were poisoned by inhaling excessive amounts of methane gas. Police and firefighters arrived and rescued them, but 4 people died on the spot and the remaining 3 were pronounced dead after being sent to the hospital. The pig farm was in the takeover stage and had not officially opened before the accident. Neighboring residents pointed out that deep biogas pools need to be open for more than a week before they can be entered, otherwise they are extremely dangerous. News headline, Sean, a Chinese internet celebrity, son was refused entry to Taiwan. One sentence, Taiwanese fans retreat, it's a slander. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Today News Cloud. News highlights, mainland internet celebrity Sean claimed in the video that his son was refused entry to Taiwan because of his hair. However, Taiwanese netizens expressed dissatisfaction with this and believed that the title was misleading. Fans pointed out that it was actually a request for replacement documents, not a refusal of entry. They were disappointed with Sean's response, saying he had misunderstood the situation and accusing him of slandering Taiwan. Netizens expressed dissatisfaction one after another, criticizing the title as misleading and framed, and some even backed down. Netizens had different reactions to Sean, but they were all dissatisfied with Sean's behavior, especially angry at the misleading title. News headline, it was revealed that Chen Jianming's boy-to-man kiss photo was actually Speaker Lan. Su Qiaxin urgently clarified, there was no innuendo. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Today News Cloud. News highlights, Kuomintang legislator Su Qiaxin retaliated with a photo of Chen Jianming kissing him, but it was revealed that the photo was of Kuomintang Hsinchu City Speaker Su Zhiyue, triggering heated public discussion. Su Qingcheng only wanted to accuse Chen Hui of losing his temper after drinking, and denied that he was referring to a male-male relationship. He said he wanted to remind the Green camp that political attacks require logic. The incident highlighted the complex relationships between politicians and the impact of scandal revelations on the political landscape, sparking social discussion. News headline, Wild boar survives cancer and sadly vomits its last wishes. Asking a friend, feed me sashimi because it makes me cry. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Today News Cloud. News highlights, artist Shan Zhu, Chen Junfu, died suddenly at the age of 38 due to lupus erythematosus and sleep apnea, causing shock to the society. In the show, he admitted that he was pessimistic about life and death, and once expressed his last wish before his death, he hoped to enjoy a meal of sashimi. Lupus erythematosus is a difficult to treat disease, and treatment has been suspended due to the flu. Doctors recommended he follow a low-sodium diet, but he still craved delicacies such as sashimi. The death of the wild boar is deeply regrettable, and his strong attitude towards life and dedication to delicious food also deeply touched people's hearts. News headline: A steel coil bomb dropped on a truck in Kaohsiung in horror. Many vehicles were hit and destroyed, and the road became a battlefield. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhongtian News. News highlights: A car accident occurred in Xiaogang District, Kaohsiung City this morning. A large truck carrying unfixed steel coils fell into the opposite lane, causing damage to many vehicles and street lights. The police cordoned off the scene and cleaned up. Fortunately, no one was injured in the accident, but the driver named Huang will be held accountable by law. The police remind drivers to cover and secure cargo tightly to avoid similar accidents. Violators will face heavy fines. News headline: Daejia Mom returns to Wang to bring good luck. The Willake first prize of 270 million was awarded instantly, and the store opened a firecracker to celebrate. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhongtian News. News highlights: Renan Lajia Lottery Shop in Daejia District, Taichung City won a NT $270 million Willai lottery jackpot last night. The lucky winner happened to be Daejia Mazu coming back from the border the night before the incident. The boss said, Daejia Ma opened the lottery when she came back. An agent surnamed Jean from the lottery company revealed that she went there specially to pray for Mazu's blessing, and the jackpot was actually won, which caused firecrackers to celebrate, and the neighbors were also happy for the boss. News headline: Banana once made a mutual promise with a wild boar, the content of which was exposed. I hope to leave happiness and beauty behind. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhongtian News. News highlights: Artist mountain boar Chen Junfu passed away suddenly yesterday. His friend Banana revealed that the two had agreed to write a memoir for the deceased, hoping to leave behind happiness and good things. Banana posted a post late at night to express his sadness, saying Shanzu was the most important noble person for him to enter the entertainment industry. They were the best friends and they worked hard together from the bottom to achieve success. He mentioned the agreement he made when the wild boar's body went into alarm. However, the sudden death of the wild boar was hard for him to accept, and he was determined to leave beautiful memories of the wild boar's lifelong efforts. News headline: Starbucks buy one get one free. Supermarket coffee free upgrade to large cup, enjoy Americano coffee for NT $25. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhongtian News. News highlights: Today and tomorrow, Starbucks will launch the Find Disney Friends Screenshot Friend Sharing Day event. Use screenshots to purchase 2 drinks at the store, one of which will be served by Starbucks. Each person is limited to buy 2 and get 2 free. Some drinks are not included. 7-Eleven launched the Champion American Style Champion Latte event where the price of a medium cup was upgraded to a large cup for free, and also launched the anniversary celebration of Precious Milk. Lerfu offers a variety of coffee promotions including American and latte special offers, as well as Foodpanda cooperation offers. OKmart offers a discount of NT $25 for a medium-sized American style, NT $35 for a medium-sized latte, and an exclusive member-only bonus discount. Seattle Coffee has launched a cup sending discount in April, buy 5 and get 2 free. News headline: The rain area expands. The high temperature today is 36 degrees. The front is coming on April 18th. Watch out for heavy wind and rain. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhongtian News. News highlights: It will become cloudy with occasional brief showers in the North and Yi and Hua areas today. It will be cloudy to sunny in other areas. It will be warm and muggy during the day, and the high temperature in the south will reach 36 degrees. Tomorrow the wind will increase, there will not be much moisture, and the weather will become stable. There will be sporadic rainfall in the mountainous areas in the afternoon, and the high temperature will be 34 to 36 degrees in various places. A front will pass the day after tomorrow, and heavy rainfall is expected along the central and northern coasts. Pay attention to thunderstorms and strong gusty winds. News headline: Shohei Ohtani avoided $2.9 billion in taxes by delaying payment. U.S. senators are worried that the bad examples will never end. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhongtian News. News highlights: Japanese star Shohei Ohtani signed a 10-year, $700 million contract with the Dodgers, but $680 million of it was in the form of delayed payment, which may cause California to lose up to $90 million in tax revenue. California Senator Baker is worried that this move may set a precedent for tax avoidance and proposes to amend the law to limit the limit on delayed payments to maintain fairness. He believes that Ohtani's salary should be regarded as earned income rather than retirement salary. The proposal will be discussed and voted on by the California Senate. News headline: gastroscopy revealed thousands of polyps. The chance of getting cancer is 70%. Doctors lament, mother and daughter are exactly the same. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Zhongtian News. News highlights, Lin Xianghong, director of Hexen Civil Rights Health Management Clinic, pointed out that a female patient found thousands of polyps in her stomach, the same as her mother, and was diagnosed with familial adenomatous polyps, which has a half chance of being inherited. He mentioned that genetic testing can predict the risk of disease and recommended that patients' children receive testing. Gastroscopy revealed that the female patient had similar symptoms to her mother, and was surprised by the influence of genetic inheritance. The risk of colorectal cancer in FAP patients is as high as 70%, and regular gastrointestinal endoscopy is recommended starting at the age of 18. News headline, Zhou Yiyan and GNC were seen traveling to Kenting with their escorts. They were all photographed holding hands sweetly. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Dongsan News. News highlights, the Golden Music Group 911 performed at the finale of the Taiwan Festival in Kenting, Pingtung on the 7th. Onion and GNC arrived one day in advance, bringing their girlfriends Yuchuan and Mia with them. Popular with fans, they were constantly recognized and asked to take photos. They responded politely, but they were surrounded by fans and kept taking photos. The two interacted with fans in a friendly manner and were not impatient even if they were stuck in the crowd. Their girlfriends later joined in, holding hands and flashing lights, and the couple interacted sweetly. The members are still very popular and their interest in traveling has not diminished. News headline, the little yellow dog refuses to use the light rail and becomes famous in Japan. Japanese net praises, Taiwanese people are very kind. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Dongsan News. News highlight, Kaohsiung Light Rail Corridor is planted with turf and hedges to become a Totoro tunnel to attract tourists. A little yellow dog was lying on the track basking in the sun, and people worked together to persuade him to leave. Japanese IG forwarded the video and received 22,000 likes, praising Taiwanese people for their enthusiasm. In the video, the puppy does not move while the woman smacks her butt and drives her to the platform, safely boarding the train. The MRT company slows down and blows the horn to persuade them to leave. If they insist on occupying the area, the driver will get off the car and drive them away. The public is reminded that illegal entry into the track may result in a fine of up to 7,500 yuan. News headline, after her husband joined TSMC, he changed his attitude and lost his temper. The wife cried and complained, she had to endure it for the sake of her children. Release time, April 15, 2024. Data reference, Dongsan News. News highlight, a wife complained that her husband became arrogant after joining TSMC and was rude and unbearable to her. Although her husband has an annual salary of 1 million, he still worries about money and treats her with a condescending attitude, which makes her feel aggrieved. Whenever my husband is dissatisfied, he quarrels loudly and is difficult to understand. The original poll lamented that he lived a simple life in the past, but now he endures unfair treatment. TSMC's employee rewards are high to attract talents, but they also cause family problems. News headline, Grandma takes grandson to eat instant rice balls, T1 stars low-key act of charity. Thousands of people cried. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Dongsan News. News highlights, Yu Chunan, captain of the T1 Kaohsiung family Poseidon basketball team, shared a heartwarming story. He saw Grandma and her two grandsons buying instant rice balls. The grandson said, "Grandma didn't make enough today, she just had enough to buy these." Moved him to tears. He silently bought rice and milk for them, which was praised by netizens. Yu Chunan stressed that this was not to show off, but to remind people that some people have limited choices and called on more people to help. Many netizens also shared their good deeds to encourage and warm each other. News headline, domestic gold price is approaching 10,000 yuan, now rising to 9,630 yuan per dollar. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, China Television News. News focus, international gold prices have been rising recently, and the domestic gold price has reached 9,630 yuan, getting closer and closer to the 10,000 yuan mark. The fall in US bond prices has caused central banks in many countries to lose their foreign exchange reserves, increasing the demand for gold as a safe haven. The Central Bank of Russia and the People's Bank of China have the greatest impact, carrying out de-dollarization operations and increasing their gold holdings. Experts remind that the surge in gold prices also brings the risk of short-term shocks, and caution is needed when chasing higher prices. People are rushing to buy gold before the price rises, especially those who want it for marriage. There is no option to clone natural language generation predictions. News headline, firecrackers around the palace and temple blow up the street, 2 children and 1 large child lost their luck. The children ran for their lives in fright. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, China Television News. News highlights, an accident occurred during a temple circumambulation activity at Sueo railway station in Yunnan. When a believer lit a fireworks next to the incense table, it accidentally exploded. 3 people were injured, including 2 children and an adult. Fortunately, their lives were not in danger. The explosion caused panic and filled the streets with smoke. Many children were frightened and fell down to escape. The fire department reminded people to keep a safe distance when setting off firecrackers. After the incident, the fire department will go to the temple to promote safety regulations to avoid similar accidents from happening again. News headline, Chen Fangyu current boyfriend Yan Wen speaks out for his love. After being accused, Xia Hexuan expressed his position, I am lucky to meet you. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Eat a Day Starlight Cloud. News highlights, Kina accused Chen Fangyu and Xia Hexian of smoking marijuana and having sex in the recording studio, causing heated discussion. Chen Fangyu denied the accusation, and the company also strongly stated that the accusation was purely false. Chen Fangyu's current boyfriend, Blood Juice Machine drummer Yan Wen, expressed his support for the first time, sweetly declaring his feelings, I am lucky to meet you. He celebrated the 2nd anniversary on IG, praising Chen Fangyu's strength and gratitude. Despite the accusations, Yan Wen still firmly supported Chen Fangyu, and their relationship was not affected, demonstrating their mutual trust and love. News headline, Wu Tong girl hugs her godfather in low-cut hot pants. Xiao Jingtan's one move exploded with praise on the internet, Summer is marrying the right person. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Eat a Day Starlight Cloud. News highlights, Alyssa Chia's eldest daughter Wu Tongmei is known as a hot girl. She often shares sexy photos on social platforms and shows her close relationship with Jam Xiao and Summer. She recently posted a photo with Jam Xiao, who showed his gentlemanly demeanor, and netizens praised him. Wu Tong girl adopts an avant-garde style and wears special accessories such as nose rings and tongue rings. She once became a topic after swallowing a tongue ring by mistake. Alyssa Chia expressed her acceptance of today's beauty standards and her emphasis on her children's responsible attitude. The mother and daughter also selected accessories together. Wu Tongmei doesn't mind being generous with netizens' comments. News headline, Hualien's tourism industry has entered a cold winter due to the strong earthquake. Employees are worried about unpaid leave and are forced to change jobs. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, the 0403 earthquake severely damaged Hualien's tourism industry. Hanpin Hotel and Chanyu Village announced closures and laid off a large number of employees. Tourism workers feel hesitant and don't know whether they should change jobs. BNB operators said that domestic and foreign tourists have cancelled their bookings and suffered heavy losses. Some businesses are considering shutting down operations, mochi businesses are temporarily asking employees to take special leave, and recreation businesses are asking employees to take vacation or arrange training. Industrial owners donated the amount of goods sold in tandem to the victims to help rebuild their homes. The Hualien County government calls on the central government to consider subsidizing transportation operating costs and encourage people to travel to Hualien to support it. News headline, the mysterious gold owner is exposed. Hold 200 billion futures long orders and earn tens of billions in 1 month. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, mainland Songke Group's gold futures multiple orders are worth more than 50 billion yuan. Bianziming made a profit of 3 billion yuan in 1 month. The market is paying close attention to it. The net value of the Zongke Yuilian No. 2 gold futures product controlled by Zongke has increased by 415%, with a growth of more than 100% this year, attracting attention. Experts point out that gold has been affected by central banks' rush to buy hedging and rising geopolitical risks, and has exceeded $2,400. Experts are optimistic about the long-term trend, and UBS, Goldman Sachs, and others have raised their target prices. News headline, Huawei's new phone Pura 70 is so ugly that it makes Chinese netizens collapse. Sour, changed to Pua. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, Huawei launched its high-end mobile phone Pura 70 on the 15th. However, the body shape was ridiculed by Chinese netizens for being ugly. Some people bluntly said it was ugly to the sky, and some even changed its name to Pua, emotional blackmail. The product concept video emphasizes the triangular shape, and Huawei Device BG CEO emphasizes technological product innovation to bring a better experience. However, the design of Pura 70 has been questioned. Netizens left comments criticizing the poor appearance, believing that even if the name is changed, it cannot change the high price and low configuration. News headline, she loves to eat bread, her blood pressure soared past 200, and she reached the age of 80. Reduce weight, body fat, and cholesterol with 4 tricks. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, a 63-year-old woman's eating habits favored bread and biscuits, which led to insomnia, high cholesterol, and other health problems, and severe vascular aging. The doctor recommended reducing the intake of refined starch and increasing exercise. This patient changed his eating habits. 6 months later, his weight, body fat, blood pressure, cholesterol and other indicators were significantly improved, and his blood vessel age also became younger. This case highlights the importance of diet for health and the positive impact that changes in diet and lifestyle can have on health. News headline, OpenAI Tokyo office launched. Why choose Japan as your first base in Asia? Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Vision Magazine. News highlights, OpenAI CEO Altman expressed his hope to establish long-term cooperation with Japan and has solicited business from Fortune 500 company executives. OpenAI is considering setting up a base in Japan and launching an optimized Japanese model. Tadao Nagasaki will serve as the president of the Japanese subsidiary. Japanese companies such as Toyota Motor and Daikin Industries are customers. Although Japan's AI development is slow, telecommunications companies such as SoftBank and NTT are investing in large-scale language models. Microsoft also plans to invest $2.9 billion to build a data center in Japan to accelerate the development of cloud services. News headline, please learn one thing before the age of 35, make friends with rich people, but don't be their little brother. Release time, April 15, 2024. Data reference, Vision Magazine. News highlight, meeting wealthy people before the age of 35 is the key to early success. Practical methods include understanding value rather than trying to please, improving your realm, and climbing up through your own efforts. Opportunities can be found from company bosses, social circles, and even writing can be a way to meet wealthy people. This kind of relationship not only changes circumstances but also expands horizons and values. News headline, initiating coaching leadership, starting from caring about employees. Me. Release time, April 15, 2024. Data reference, Vision Magazine. News highlights, PwC survey shows that Taiwanese employees are dissatisfied with work fulfillment and self-expression, and want to be respected and cared for. Leaders should shift to coaching leadership, focusing on employees' emotional needs, cultivating each other's interpersonal and communication skills, and encouraging confrontational thinking. The characteristics of coaching leadership include caring, openness, awareness, commitment and happiness, which can enable employees to realize their true selves and improve job satisfaction and team effectiveness. News headline, Sun Yi's pink long gauze from Taiwan gives off a fairy-like vibe. Secretly showing off Hyun Bin's shy husband's smile. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yiping News Network. News highlights, Korean actress Sun Ye-jin visited Taiwan for the first time today and attended a beauty and health drink endorsement event. She appeared in a pink silk dress, which aroused enthusiastic responses. Sun Ye-jin expressed her love for Taiwan and looked forward to tasting Xiaolongbao and releasing sky lanterns. This trip attracted a large number of fans to check in, and the event started 21 minutes late. Sun Ye-jin has been on hiatus for 2 years and plans to collaborate with Lee Byung-hun on a new film. She and her husband Hyun Bin got married and gave birth to a child. It is rare for her and her children to be together in the same frame. Their sweet life continues to attract the attention of fans. News headline, Jang Xiaoyan's heartbreaking conversation revealed surprising findings. The 1-minute Sister Xiaoyan typing challenge started on the internet. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yiping News Network. News highlights, artist Huang Zijiao was exposed for buying candid videos of young girls due to the Me Too controversy. His mentor Zhang Xiaoyan was accused of being invisible. Gao Ailun showed his support by exposing screenshots of the conversation, triggering the 1-minute Sister Xiaoyan typing challenge. Netizens were surprised that she typed 98 words in 1 minute. All lamented their defeat, but there were also a few who succeeded in the challenge. Zhang Xiaoyan admitted that she was deeply shocked, felt sad and sorry, felt sorry for the victim, and said that she had never been so afraid of meeting people in her life. News headline, Su Xiaoshun's father passed away due to illness at the age of 84. He rushed to his hometown in Keelung to pay his last respects. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yiping News Network. News highlights, Su Xiaoshun's father, Su Yulong, passed away due to illness at the age of 84. Su Yulong once served as a Keelung city councillor and has outstanding performance in athletics, swimming, aikido and other sports. Su Xiaoshun expressed his condolences to his father on social media, calling him a handsome dad and reviewing his father's sports achievements. Su Xiaoshun rushed back to his hometown to see him for the last time and attended the speech as scheduled, but he felt sad. After the speech, he immediately returned to his hometown to accompany his family and make funeral arrangements. News headline: The past controversies of quasi-economic manager Guo Zhihui are exposed. Wang Hongwei shocked, he once helped China Huawei build a wafer factory. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Yiping News Network. News highlights: Zhou Rongta announced the third wave of cabinet. Guo Zhihui, chairman of Conghai Group, received attention as the economic minister. Cai Zheng Yuan called it a good list. However, Blue Committee member Wang Hongwei revealed that Guo Zhihui was sentenced to probation for violating the Securities and Exchange Act in the past and helped China Huawei build a wafer factory, which caused controversy. Guo Zhihui promised to promote the sustainable transformation of Taiwan's economy and resigned from Conghai-related positions. Wang Hongwei questioned Guo's suspicion of beautifying accounts and assisting Huawei in building factories, and raised questions about whether liking new people or had ulterior motives. News headline: The clothing store Magic Wardrobe in Baishi City collapsed under suspicion. More than 100 victims were accused by consumers, and the boss and employees disappeared collectively. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Yiping News Network. News highlights: 2 Magic Closet stores in Taipei East District reported vicious closures. The bosses and employees allegedly disappeared en masse with consumers' stored value funds, and kicked consumers out of relevant groups. The Consumer Protection Officer said that if the business operator failed to provide goods as contracted, consumers could claim to terminate the contract and get a refund, and would discuss the case with the North City Commercial Office. 19 complaints have been received, involving amounts ranging from 1,000 yuan to a maximum of more than 40,000 yuan. Consumers can apply to the card-issuing bank for credit card disputes. News headline: Why is it that Shohei Ohtani doesn't know if his money was stolen? Korean media broke, he hasn't checked his bank account in 3 years. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Yiping News Network. News highlights: Shohei Ohtani's former translator has been accused of property theft, reportedly stealing about $16 million, about NT $510 million. Korean media pointed out that Daegu's failure to check his account for 3 years became an advantage for Suwon to steal money, especially since the account that was withdrawn was the account from which he received his salary. His agency in the United States promised to provide comprehensive support, including financial and brand marketing experts, to allow Ohtani to focus on playing basketball. News headline: At 8 o'clock, the actress was carried into the ward by her husband. When she took a quick look, she was shocked to see a whole piece of strawberry planting on her neck. Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights: Huang Xian plays a versatile role in the Sanli 8 o'clock Taiwanese drama The Way of Heaven, dealing with Liang Zhi and Huang Jiankan, and having fun disguised as a female spy. She is not afraid of action scenes and practices parkour and boxing in private to improve her physical coordination. When working with Liang Zhi, there was constant laughter, but he also revealed that the two developed a tacit understanding through playing badminton. While performing outstandingly in the play, she also enjoys the relief and happiness brought by sports. News headline: Which Chuanlian instant noodles is the best? He named this brand. The meat is rich and tender. The gourmets shouted, it is a must-have at home. Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights: Netizens recently shared Quanlian's Wai Wei Yupan Tianxiang Sichuan-style beef noodles on Facebook groups, praising its rich soup and tender meat. Sometimes eggs and vegetables are added to make a high-end beef noodle, which sparked a stir among netizens. Praise. Many people said they must buy at home, and the red wine braised beef noodles and Sichuan spicy boiled beef noodles, which recommended Taiwanese wine, were also well received. This convenient and delicious instant noodles is highly praised and has become the first choice of many people. News headline: Sun Yejin flashes live. One thing that Hyun Bin and I love to use, watching dramas and scrolling on my phone while the kids are sleeping. Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights: Sun Yejin gave birth to a son in November 2022 and did not make a comeback until July 2023. She admitted frankly that due to the changes brought about by her new identity, she spent most of her time with her new family. In addition to skincare, she also focused on her children's sleep and nap time, which she regarded as precious self-time. She revealed that she uses her spare time to watch TV series, use her mobile phone or meditate, and emphasized that face washing and exercise are the keys to maintaining skin condition. Sun Yejin also shared her favorite products and admitted that she would even share beauty drinks with her family, including her husband Hyun Bin. News headline: Kids All-Stars actor gets married. The brokerage company admitted, there will be a family dinner at the end of last month. Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights, actor Gan Yaoting is due to participate in All-Star Games Season 2, come on. Reality programs such as In Business became popular. Today, my friend Kid posted the wedding cake sent by Yan Yaoting, accidentally breaking the news about his marriage. The agency confirmed that Yan Yaoting got married at the end of last month and only held a simple family dinner. Kid was criticized by Wu Zongxian when he arranged a replacement wedding banquet last year, but this time he announced Yan Yaoting's good news in advance. Although it was later deleted and restricted, it has attracted widespread attention. News headline, the wild boar's last public appearance last month was revealed with a pale complexion and haggard figure. He was exposed and even had to be supported by Peng Cha-cha when he got out of the car. Release time, April 16, 2024. Information reference, TVBS Entertainment headlines. News highlights, the wild boar died suddenly yesterday morning at the age of 38 due to pneumonia caused by a cold and septic shock. The last time he appeared was when he was recording Zongdian's Little Star Big Follower in March. He was feeling unwell and his face turned pale. It was even revealed that he had to be helped out of the car by Peng Cha-cha. The wild boar has been suffering from lupus erythematosus for a long time, and his physical condition is not good, and his memory and reaction ability have even declined. He has been get up to 17 times on the show. He laughed and said that he had poor physical coordination and poor memory, but Wu Zongxian encouraged him not to worry too much. News headline, Su Ziashun's father passed away at the age of 84. He once served as a Keelung city councillor for 5 terms. He said goodbye sadly, goodbye, handsome dad. Release time, April 16, 2024. Information reference, TVBS Entertainment headlines. News highlights, veteran actor Su Xiaoshun in the entertainment industry mourned his partner Shan Zhu in Crazy God Warriors yesterday, but today he faced the sad news of losing his father. He posted a post on Facebook to mourn his father Su Yulong, revealing that his father died of illness at home at the age of 84. Su Xiaoshun lamented that his father was an outstanding person in many fields, including Thunder football captain, parliamentary singer, track and field champion, swimming pool master, etc., and expressed his gratitude to his father. Su Ziashun's father once served as a Keelung city councillor and had a profound influence on him. News headline, Xiao S revealed that he will retire at the age of 50. I was so surprised when I yelled I won't do 2 things anymore and all my thoughts behind it were revealed. Release time, April 16, 2024. Information reference, TVBS Entertainment headlines. News highlights, Xiao S, a veteran entertainer in the entertainment industry, revealed in the host program Miss Bulletin City that she plans to stop acting after the age of 50, and will no longer act coquettishly or seduce boys, but try to find her sexy and beautiful self. She said she has now reduced her diet to 1 meal a day and continues to drink despite being advised to drink lunch instead. Her diet menu includes chicken breast, brown rice, and tequila. News headline, He Zhengxiang broke his hair and bumped into Ho Yuyi's face. Thousands of netizens lamented, I can't go back. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Mirror News. News highlights, the premiere of the Taiwanese drama We Are Not Kind Enough aroused enthusiastic response. Actors such as Ariel Lin, Tiffany Hsu, He Zhengxiang and Kei Zhendong showed outstanding acting skills. In particular, He Zhengxiang played the role with white hair and a crew cut, which was highly praised by the audience. Director Su Yuding admitted that He Zhengxiang had to portray the vicissitudes of a middle-aged man in the play, and He Zhengxiang accepted the challenge and cut off his long hair for the character. Interestingly, some netizens confused He Zhengxiang with Ho Yuyi in the discussion, causing many people to laugh and say I can't go back. Such a post unexpectedly became popular, and the original Po joked that he hoped He Zhengxiang didn't see it. News headline, Li Qing's third wave of cabinet personnel announced, Tang Feng broke up with the Digital and Development Department. Guo Zhihui appointed as Minister of Economic Affairs. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Mirror News. News highlights, Quasi-President Li Qingte is about to take office. The third wave of cabinet lists were announced today, announced by Zhou Rongta, including Economic Minister Guo Zhihui, Chairman of the National Science Council Wu Chengguan, Chairman of the Financial Supervisory Commission Peng Jinlong, and the National Development Council is headed by Lu Jingqing. It was previously reported that Economic Minister Wang Maihua might take over as Chairman of the National Development Council, but in the end Lu Jingqing was appointed as the Chairman and was regarded as a dark horse. Other lists include Huang Yanan as Minister of Digital Development and Chen Jinda as Chairman of the Engineering Council. News headline, Tsai Ing-wen revealed that Lin Jialong took over as the Foreign Minister. Senior media person, it is unlikely to be just talking. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Mirror News. News highlights, when President Tsai Ing-wen received a visiting delegation from the New Zealand Congressional Cross-Party Taiwan Friendly Group, she unexpectedly confirmed that Lin Jialong will take over as Minister of Foreign Affairs and Joseph Wu will be transferred to the Secretary General of the National Security Council. Luo Wangchi, a senior media person, said that this kind of situation is rare. President Tsai is usually cautious. It is unlikely that he is talking nonsense, but more like releasing a message. He pointed out that President Tsai may want to show influence in the fields of national security, national defense, and diplomacy to make up for criticism in domestic affairs. Luo Wangchi believes that such a move may be to gain President Tsai's diplomatic praise and thereby enhance his political image. News headline, appointed as Keelung Promotion Ambassador. Yang Beijing cooperates with Xie Kuliang to refute defection. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Mirror News. News highlights, after more than 2 months of rest, Yang Beijing, the former spokesperson of the People's Party, officially returned today, 16th, and served as the Policy Promotion Ambassador of Keelung City. Yang Beijing said that because he strongly agrees with Keelung Mayor Xie Kuliang's creation of the most loving city, Yang Beijing Party Chairman K. Wens also gave his blessing, saying he had known about Yang Beijing since she applied for the job and believed she could do a good job. But Yang Beijing also refuted his defection to Xie Kuliang, saying that the two parties used cooperation and that he was not working in the municipal government system. News headline, 900 lost items were found in Taipei City's ditches in 1 year. Keys have been on the list for 10 years, but this thing has pushed them down. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Mirror News. News highlights, the Taipei City Environmental Protection Bureau announced that it received more than 900 reports of lost items falling into ditches last year, the most common of which were Bluetooth headsets, keys, and mobile phones. It is worth noting that Bluetooth headsets have replaced keys and become one of the items most likely to be dropped into the ditch. The Environmental Protection Agency urges people to call 1999 for help if they drop items in ditches, and the cleaning team will provide 24-hour rescue services. Some netizens also shared self-rescue methods, such as using foam glue and wooden sticks to pick up dropped items, or DIY fishing with kite strings and magnets. News headline, Huangjia Yikeng advanced millions but failed to declare Itsu Kioxin, pay back bank interest to her mother-in-law. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, China Television News. News highlights, Kuomintang legislator Su Kioxin's aunt and her husband were detained on suspicion of money laundering, which led to questions about the whereabouts of her money and that she had no claims on her property declaration. Su Kioxin revealed that she had advanced 1 million yuan for her family, but claimed that it was a gift to her mother-in-law to repay the interest on the bank loan, and denied that she had any dealings with her aunt. Democratic Progressive Party legislator Huang Ji questioned Su Kioxin's lies and asked her to apologize. Su Kioxin said it was a question, not an insult, and called on Huang Ji to be honest when making complaints. The two took opposing stances, causing an exchange of fire from afar. News headline, the third wave of cabinet focuses on the Ministry of Finance and Economy meeting. Industry and academia. No party membership assists Lai. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, China Television News. News highlights, Zhong Ki Zhou announced the third wave of cabinet personnel, and people from industry and academia joined the battle to help the Lai government create a new economic situation. The Minister of Economic Affairs was succeeded by Guo Zhihui, chairman of Conghio Group. The other heads of ministries and commissions include Lu Jingqing, Peng Jinlong, Chen Jinda, Huang Yanan, and Wu Chengwen, all of whom are not members of the Democratic Progressive Party. Among them, Lu Jingqing was a senior manager of IBM, and Peng Jinlong and Wu Chengwen were both scholars. Political commentators believed that this move showed the Lai government's intention to find talents and aroused praise. News headline, The Goddess is Here. Korean drama queen Sun Yejin visits Taiwan for the first time in 25 years since her debut. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, China Television News. News highlights, Korean drama goddess Sun Yejin visited Taiwan for the first time, attracting attention with her husband Hyun Bin in investment and financial management. Sun Yejin and Hyun Bin have been married since Crash Landing on You. Their investment properties and rental income are good, and their net worth exceeds NT $1.8 billion, which is 4 times that of Hyun Bin. She visited Taiwan for the first time to express her expectations for Xiaolong Bao and to show the balance between work and family life. Sun Yejin's real estate investments include earning huge price differentials and renting out well-known brands and clinics in Seoul, with monthly rents as high as NT $1.13 million. Compared with Hyun Bin, Sun Yejin's assets are even more amazing. Both of them have outstanding performances in the entertainment industry and financial management fields. News headline, High temperature soars to 36 degrees Celsius, Shaoshan Zoo's black bear plunges into the pool to cool off. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, China Television News. News highlights, the weather in southern Taiwan is scorching hot today, with the highest temperature in Tainan City reaching 37 degrees and Kaohsiung and Pingtung also soaring to 36 degrees. The weather station issued an orange warning. The high temperature is so uncomfortable that even the black bear hippie from Shaoshan Zoo in Kaohsiung jumped into the pool to cool down. His funny appearance aroused heated discussions among netizens. In addition to preparing pools, the park also provides ice products to cool down the animals. People also went to ice cream shops to cool off from the heat, and business was booming. The weather station reminded that the weather will continue to be hot in the future, and called on the public to drink more water to prevent heat damage. News headline: Thread sudden touching me is not enough attracted attention. Zhang Wanan clarified, it's just my murmur. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, China Television News. News highlights: Taipei City Vice Mayor Li Sichuan was named to run for mayor of New Taipei City in 2026. Zhang Wanan expressed dissatisfaction and posted a post that triggered heated discussions among netizens. Zhang Wanan explained today that the article was just a casual vent. Regarding how to strengthen communication with young people, he said that he would continue to post on social platforms and welcome young people to participate in discussions. News headline: Energy's return concert is confirmed on July 27. Prices and ticket grabbing times revealed. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, China Television News. News highlights: Energy Boy Group announced to join Believe Music and officially return to the entertainment industry. They will hold the On the Move concert at the Taipei Arena on July 27. Tickets will be on sale starting on April 20, with ticket prices divided into different levels. In addition, they also offer additional discounts on LED interactive bracelets. Energy is a veteran idol group that debuted in 2002. This year they announced their return with the original 5 members. They have appeared on the Superstar Red and White Entertainment Awards in January, showing their determination to come back and plan to launch a concert tour, with the first stop being held at the Taipei Arena. Fans' expectations are high. News headline: Gold may hit 9,360 yuan per penny and may exceed 10,000 yuan again. Expert: This is the first time in 50 years of working in the industry. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, TVBS News. News highlights: The price of gold continues to rise. Today's price is 9,630 yuan per penny, a rare high in 50 years. Xi Wengzhen, vice chairman of the Beijing Silver Building Association, predicts that it will soon exceed 10,000 yuan. The price of gold has begun to rise before the Lunar New Year, and now there is a gap of nearly 30,000 yuan compared with the price a year ago. Recently, many people have replaced old gold with new models, mainly to preserve its value, and those who have recently held gold for more than 6 to 8 years have taken advantage of the high price to sell. Geopolitical influences and the depreciation of the Taiwan dollar are the main reasons, coupled with the purchase of gold reserves by central banks in Asia and Eastern Europe, causing gold prices to continue to rise. News headline: Costco is selling this summer shoe at half price in stores. Member recommendation: wear one pair for 10 years. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, TVBS News. News highlights: Netizens discovered that a Brazilian slipper sold at Costco was quite cost-effective, half the original price, causing heated discussion. The original price of the slippers is 750 to 1,000 yuan, but Costco sells them for only 349 yuan, attracting many people to snap up. Some netizens praised the slippers for their durability, and some even said they have been wearing them for 10 years. However, some people mentioned that slippers are difficult to wear and the laces break easily, so they are not recommended. In contrast, some insiders recommend slippers from the local brand Mother and Son Crocodile as they are more durable and cheaper. News headline: Chi was rocked nearly 30 times in April. Experts revealed that they may be affected by the strong earthquake in Hualien and called on the two regions to be careful. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, TVBS News. News highlights: After the Hualien earthquake, earthquakes have been frequent in the Chi area recently, especially in Budai Township and Yizhou Township. There have even been nearly 30 earthquakes. Guo Kaiwen, former director of the Earthquake Center of the Meteorological Administration, reminded that although these earthquakes are not large in scale, they may still be warning signs and called on local people to pay more attention. Expert analysis pointed out that this situation may be related to the fact that there are fewer earthquakes in the western half of Taiwan, and may be affected by the Hualien earthquake, causing activity in the western fault zone. The possibility that the Chi earthquake is a warning cannot be ruled out. Guo Kaiwen also mentioned the past Zongpu earthquake and Behe earthquake, calling on people in the region to be more vigilant. News headline: Ansu Kioxin's fraud scandal attracts attention, the latest legislators' voice rankings are shuffled. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, TVBS News. News highlights: Kuomintang legislator Su Kioxin's aunt was detained and banned from public interviews on suspicion of fraud and money laundering. Su Kioxin said she felt aggrieved, but also said, "What are you doing to me?" Su Kioxin ranked third, second only to legislative Yuan Kuyu in the public party legislator Huang Kuokang. Han Kuyu became the most vocal because he became the head of the Legislative Council, while Huang Kuokang became more vocal because he left the meeting angrily. Su Kioxin cried in Fu Kunkai's arms during her aunt's fraud case and expressed her willingness to resign or get divorced, causing heated discussions on the internet. Fu Kunkai expressed his belief that Su Kioxin was innocent. KG Unming and Chen Zayazai had a heated debate over invalid votes in the election, with KG Unming ranking 5th in terms of voice. News headline, used to be Terry Go's driver. Quasi-economic minister Guo Zhihui has a crazy background, a billionaire executive and a fisherman. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, TVBS News. News highlights, Kuomintang legislator Su Kioxin's aunt was detained and banned from public interviews on suspicion of fraud and money laundering. Su Kioxin said she felt aggrieved, but also said, "What are you doing to me?" Su Kioxin ranked third, second only to legislative Yuan Kuyu in the public party legislator Huang Kuokang. Han Kuyu became the most vocal because he became the head of the Legislative Council, while Huang Kuokang became more vocal because he left the meeting angrily. Su Kioxin cried in Fu Kunkai's arms during her aunt's fraud case and expressed her willingness to resign or get divorced, causing heated discussions on the internet. Fu Kunkai expressed his belief that Su Kioxin was innocent. KG Unming and Chen Zayazai had a heated debate over invalid votes in the election, with KG Unming ranking 5th in terms of voice. News headline, don't smoke or drink to get colorectal cancer. Doctor lists 6 major warning signs, don't delay, it doesn't matter if it's not serious. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, TVBS News. News highlights, Wu Zongqin, a specialist in gastroenterology, hepatobiliary and biliary medicine, pointed out that even if there are no obvious risk factors, the risk of colorectal cancer should be checked regularly, and listed 6 warning signs, such as sudden changes in bowel habits. He has observed that many young people are suffering from colorectal cancer and recommends that you discuss with your doctor to arrange a colonoscopy when there are warning signs. Warning signs include bloody stools, changes in bowel habits, bloating with difficulty defecating, diarrhea with cramping, abnormal stools, and newfound iron deficiency anemia. Dr. Wu emphasized that even if you have a healthy lifestyle, you are still at risk of colorectal cancer. It is recommended not to delay and avoid the risk as soon as possible. News headline, Xiao S revealed that he will retire at the age of 50. I was so surprised when I yelled I won't do 2 things anymore and all my thoughts behind it were revealed. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, TVBS News. News highlights, the artist Xiao S revealed in the host program Miss Bulletin City that he will stop the mountain after the age of 50, which means that he will no longer act coquettishly or seduce boys, and hopes to find a sexy and beautiful woman before the age of 50. She admitted that she only eats 1 meal a day now. Although some people suggested eating lunch instead, she sticks to her weight loss menu, which includes chicken breast, brown rice, and tequila. She laughed and said that she can accept eating chicken breast without eating white rice when losing weight, but she refuses to quit. Liquor. News headline, Ke Zhendong collapses. Announced out loud that he officially retired from the entertainment industry and fans laughed when they saw the truth. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, TVBS News. News highlights, Ko Chentong became popular with the movie The Girls We Chased Together. He has been actively interacting on social platforms recently, especially using humorous throat locks to interact with fans, and even interacts with male fans constantly. Recently, a photo of Harmony star Da Fei was mistakenly thought by netizens that he and Da Fei had bumped into each other, which caused a lot of ridicule. Ke Zhendong responded humorously and mocked himself for quitting the entertainment industry, which aroused heated discussions among fans. His active interaction with fans is impressive, but it has also triggered discussions among netizens about whether he is too active. News headline, boyfriend has no money and no job. The Russian girl brought all her savings to fly to the platform to propose, it doesn't matter, I will support you. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, TVBS News. News highlight, Mila, a beautiful Russian girl, met a boy from Taipei through a dating app. The two resonated on art-related topics. After Mila flew to Taiwan, the two officially started dating within 5 days. At that time, her boyfriend had no job and no money, and only had an internship job, but Mila loved him so much that she gambled all her savings on her love and started living together. At first, Mila paid for food and expenses, but she is optimistic that things will improve. A few years later, her boyfriend found a cool design job, and Mila also started her own business. Now that they are married, Mila believes that each other's personality is the most important. News headline: Xiao Maikan received a cross-party delegation from the New Zealand Parliament and strongly recommended trying Yongkong Street's mango ice. Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: FTV News. News highlight: a cross-party Taiwan friendship group of the New Zealand Parliament visited Taiwan. Xiao Maikan met with them and strongly recommended them to try Taiwan's mango ice. During the meeting, issues such as the cultural connection between Taiwan and New Zealand's Aborigines, bilateral economy and trade, education, and Taiwan's strait security were discussed. Xiao Maikan thanked Taiwan for its support and specifically mentioned New Zealand's support for Taiwan's participation in international affairs. She emphasized Taiwan's connection with the international community and looked forward to deepening relations between the two sides and jointly safeguarding peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific region. The visiting delegation expressed their expectation to be able to buy Taiwanese fruits in New Zealand supermarkets, and Xiao Maikan recommended trying Taiwan's mango ice. News headline: Tesla sales plummet, Musk sends internal letter to lay off about 10% of manpower globally. Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: FTV News. News highlights: due to factors such as the slowdown in global demand for electric vehicles, Tesla, the major American electric vehicle manufacturer, said in an internal letter from CEO Musk that it will lay off more than 10% of its workforce, or about 14,000 employees. Tesla's sales fell 8.5% in the first quarter of this year, its first recession, causing market concerns. Musk said layoffs are a painful decision, but must reduce costs and increase productivity. Tesla has reduced production costs through new processes and is looking forward to launching the Cybertruck to revive the market. However, the market is pessimistic and its stock price has fallen by 31%, facing challenges. News headline: Deputy Chief Economic Officer Guo Zhihui will resign from all positions in Conghai in accordance with the law. Shareholdings have been transferred on the 10th. Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: FTV News. News highlights: Cabinet-elect Zhou Rongta announced that Conghai Group Chairman Guo Zhihui will take over as Minister of Economic Affairs to promote the sustainable transformation of Taiwan's economy. Guo Zhihui said that he will rely on 40 years of industrial experience to devote himself to the development of 6 core strategic industries and 5 trustworthy industries, and at the same time resign from relevant positions in the group. Zhou Rongta expects him to exert influence in fields such as semiconductors and artificial intelligence, solve power supply problems, develop diversified green energy, and achieve the goal of sustainable living. Guo Zhihui is known as the economic man. He is involved in many fields and attaches great importance to corporate management. He will lead Taiwan towards a better future. News headline: Double kill in stocks and exchanges. Taiwan stocks plummeted 547 points, falling below the 20,000 mark and closing at 19,901 points. Investors shouted, "It's too late to run." Release time: April 16, 2024. Information reference: FTV News. News highlights: affected by the situation in the Middle East, the 3 major U.S. stock indexes fell. The Taiwan stock market dropped sharply by 20,000 points and closed at 19,901 points, a drop of 547 points, the largest decline this year. TSMC stock price once fell by 20 yuan, and the overall market value evaporated by 460 billion. Weight stocks such as UMC and Mediatek were also affected, and foreign investors were heavily oversold. The foreign exchange market was simultaneously affected, with the new Taiwan dollar depreciating by 1.12 cents to close at 32.49 per US dollar. Shareholders reported low sentiment and trading volume surged to 535.7 billion yuan. Analysts pointed out that the situation in the Middle East and TSMC's future development will be key, and investors should pay attention to global market dynamics. News headline: Tsai Ing-wen first exposes national security personnel, Huang Yangming criticizes 2 disrespects, still want to give advice? Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: China Times News Network. News highlights: when Tsai Ing-wen received a delegation from New Zealand's friendly Taiwanese delegation, she verbally confirmed Lin Jialong as the future foreign minister and Wu Zhaoxi as the Secretary-General of the National Security Council. This move aroused criticism from media person Huang Yangming, who believed that this not only disrespected Li Qing's personnel rights, but also disrespected the people, because important personnel matters related to national security were confirmed first to foreign guests rather than to the people. He was worried that Li Qing might be instructed by Tsai Ing-wen and called on Li Qing to pay attention. This move aroused heated discussions among netizens, who criticized Tsai Ing-wen for trying to maintain a sense of presence and not paying attention to important issues. News headline: former NCC member serves as fraud group consultant. Guangzhongdian key player Xiao Qiong was prosecuted. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: China Times News Network. News highlights. Former NCC Chief Secretary Xiao Qiong served as a consultant for 25 Telecom Company, but was sued by the Yunlin District Prosecutor's Office for allegedly illegally selling BlackBerry cards and bit cards in the name of a second-class telecommunications company. The NCC issued the statement expressed shock and deep regret and would fully cooperate with the investigation. Xiao Qiong holds a master's degree in medical engineering from Chung-Yuan University. He once served as a technician in the General Administration of Telecommunications of the Ministry of Transport and the Chief Information Officer of NCC. In 2020, he was nominated as an NCC member. Reports pointed out that the fraud group involved in the case made illegal profits of up to 630 million yuan in 3 years. In January this year, prosecutors indicted 21 suspects for aggravated fraud, money laundering and other crimes. News headline: Guo Zhihui was exposed to have violated securities and exchange laws and helped build a wafer factory in mainland China. The spokesperson of the quasi-government Yuan responded. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: China Times News Network. News highlights. Kuomintang legislator Wang Hongwei accused quasi-economic minister Guo Zhihui of assisting China in setting up a wafer fab and violating securities and exchange laws. Executive Yuan spokesman Chen Shikai said today that according to Conghai Company's explanation, Guo Zhihui did not assist China in establishing a wafer fab during his tenure at Conghai Company, and Conghai Company's violation of the Securities and Exchange Act in 2007 was caused by a business dispute. Conghai Company emphasized that it is only involved in wastewater treatment project cooperation in China and is not involved in semiconductor-related business. In addition, Conghai Technology has proactively corrected relevant violations of the Securities and Exchange Law. News headline: A sudden power outage in Dawin affected 3,762 households. Residents asked how to turn on the air conditioner in July and August. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: China Times News Network. News highlights. A power outage occurred in some areas of Dawin City at around 1300 hours this afternoon, affecting a total of 3,762 households, causing untold misery to the people. Power stated that the power outage was caused by a tripping accident at the number 60 feeder station of the Wuquan distribution substation, resulting in a cable failure. After receiving the report, the Dawin City Fire Department went to deal with the incident and found that 2 wires had caught fire, but there were no casualties. The power outage area includes multiple road sections in Dawon District and Zhongli District, affecting communities, shops, and well-known outlets. Power staff restored power to all customers after 3:55 p.m., resolving the power outage. News headline: The Beijing Half Malaysian Championship was faked and the African athlete admitted that he didn't sprint, let him win. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: China Times News Network. News highlights. Suspicions of fraud broke out in the Beijing Half Marathon. 25-year-old Chinese athlete He Ji was accused of being assisted after winning the championship. The video shows that the Kenyan players signaled He Ji to surpass them. In the end, He Ji won the championship in 1 hour, 3 minutes and 44 seconds, and the other 3 African players tied for second with 1 second more. The organizers have launched an investigation, and Kenyan player Manajit admitted that he let He Ji win, saying "because he is my friend." This incident sparked discussion among mainland netizens, and the organizer said it would investigate. Experts pointed out that the 3 African players obviously allowed He Ji to win this competition. He Ji said that he was also a victim and said that he did not need a champion to prove himself. News headline: People often suffer from indigestion and stomach upset. Experts teach you 6 foods to eat to improve your gastrointestinal issues. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: China Times News Network. News highlights. Nutritionist Wang Zhengui pointed out that abdominal distension after meals may be caused by indigestion, and it is recommended to supplement digestive enzymes to improve the situation. Foods such as kiwi, papaya, avocado, banana, pineapple, and naturally fermented products contain digestive enzymes, which help with food digestion and absorption. Digestive enzymes can help break down starch, protein, and fat in food and maintain normal physiological functions. People with indigestion may consider consuming these foods from their diet to increase their supply of digestive enzymes. News headline: After breaking through 20,000 points, panic continued like aftershocks, dropped 547 points to close at 19,901 points. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhuheng.com. News highlights. On the 16th, due to the impact of geopolitical conflicts in the Middle East, panic in Taiwan's stock market increased, and the market gapped down at the opening. The weighted stock price index once plunged by more than 605.23 points, the 7th largest decline in history, closing at 19,901.96 points, with a transaction value of 5,349.09 billion. The exchange rate of the new Taiwan dollar against the US dollar also hit an 8-year low, depreciating by 1.53 cents, and the transaction volume was $1.21 billion. Market experts predict that intraday lows will seek support, but operations should still be conservative. Some stocks performed strongly, such as Silicon Intellectual Property and Heavy Electronics, but TSMC fell sharply and the overall Taiwan stock market came under pressure. Investors should be cautious in responding to market risks. Taiwan stocks may still fluctuate and strengthen in the future, but there is not much room for upside. Aerospace and military industry stocks weakened, and automobile manufacturers also showed weakness. News headline: U.S. Treasuries plunge to 6-month low, UBS warns Fed may raise interest rates to 6.5%. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhuheng.com. News highlights: U.S. Treasury yields are the highest since mid-November last year, rising 40 basis points to 4.61%, touching the golden cross of the 50-day and 200-day moving averages, indicating an upward trend. Strong U.S. economic data has changed market expectations for the Federal Reserve's actions. It is expected that the Federal Reserve may only cut interest rates once this year, a far cry from the 3 previously expected. Analysts pointed out that if inflation remains above 2.5%, the Federal Reserve may raise interest rates again, predicting that the federal funds rate may reach 6.5%. UBS warned that further interest rate hikes could cause U.S. stocks to fall by 10%, 15% and widen credit spreads. News headline: Why does Buffett keep adding to his position in this unique stock? Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhuheng.com. News highlights: Warren Buffett recently discovered a promising stock, Liberty SiriusXM, May. Berkshire Hathaway has increased its holdings in the stock by approximately $2.8 billion and continues to increase its holdings. This stock tracks Liberty Media's holdings in SiriusXM and is a tracking stock. Berkshire believes that SiriusXM has stable subscription revenue, growth potential, low valuation, and strong ability to compete with streaming media. This makes Liberty SiriusXM an attractive stock, and Berkshire Hathaway has added positions one after another. News headline: Copper prices have risen by more than 10% this year. Experts: limited supply, stimulated by AI demand, will soar above $10,000 per ton by the end of the year. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhuheng.com. News highlights: Copper prices rose to $9,656 a ton, up more than 12% year-to-date, driven by Chinese smelters' commitment to cut production, tight supply, and rising demand. Wall Street is bullish on copper, especially as data center, energy transition, and AI demand increase. Jefferies and Morgan Stanley predict that copper prices will continue to rise, with a potential increase of as much as 12% to $15,000 per ton. Investors can consider investing in copper mining stocks such as Solaris Resources and Philo Mining, as well as related ETFs such as Global X Copper Miners ETF, Sprott Copper Miners ETF and iShares Copper and Metals Mining ETF. News headline: A major shake-up in the Financial and Economic Cabinet. Chairman Guo Zhihui of Congaiu is appointed as the Minister of Economic Affairs. Peng Jinlong takes over the Financial Supervisory Committee. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhuheng.com. News highlights: The third press conference on personnel for the new cabinet of the Executive Yuan announced 6 financial and economic officials, including Economic Minister Guo Zhihui, Chairman of the National Development Council Lu Jingqing, Chairman of the Financial Supervisory Commission Peng Jinlong, Digital Minister Huang Yanan, Chairman of the Engineering Council Chen Jinda, National Science Council Chairman Wu Chengguan. Guo Zhihui was the chairman of Congaiu Group. Huang Yanan is an expert in the field of information and communications. Lu Jingqing has practical experience in industry. Wu Chengguan has rich experience in academia and industry, and Peng Jinlong is a professor at National Chengchi University. This announcement is an important step in smart innovation and joins the cabinet lists announced in the first 2 waves. News headline: Israel's wartime cabinet decides to retaliate strongly against Iran but will not trigger a regional war. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhuheng.com. News highlights: Iran directly attacked Israel last Saturday, attracting attention from the international community. Israel's war cabinet has decided to respond forcefully to Iran without triggering a wider war. Counterattack options considered by Israel include cyber attacks and attacks on key targets such as Iran's oil infrastructure. The Israeli military emphasized that it will take all necessary measures to protect national security. Chief of Staff Halevi also stated that Israel would respond to Iran's attacks, which is the clearest statement since Iran launched retaliatory actions. News headline: FOMO is dead, and the current U.S. stock market is an OMO market. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhuheng.com. News highlights: Investment strategists say this year's U.S. stock market rally is unsettling, calling it okay missing out as soaring corporate earnings and stock prices raise concerns. Stock market valuations are high, with the S&P 500 index's price-to-earnings ratio exceeding 21 times, and corporate profit growth expected to be only 3.6%, mainly contributed by the technology and healthcare sectors. However, corporate profits are expected to improve in the second quarter, growing nearly 10%, showing optimism about the resilience of the U.S. economy. Investors are looking for strong profit growth to counter the challenges posed by inflation and a shift in Federal Reserve policy. News headline: Apple shipments fell by 9.6%, the world staged China's encirclement and suppression, and some manufacturers surged by 84.9%. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhuheng.com. News highlights: according to a report by market research firm IDC, global smartphone shipments increased by 7.8% in the first quarter of 2024, but shipments of both Apple and Samsung declined, with Apple in particular declining by 9.6%. The main reason is that consumers are slowing down their mobile phone upgrades and market competition is intensifying, especially from Chinese mobile phone manufacturers, among which Honor and Huawei are the top two in the Chinese market. TransSion occupies an important position in the African market, but technology research and development and cost fluctuations remain challenges. News headline: last night, Beijing was in danger of brewing a power outage crisis. Lingtao named Deputy Cabinet Secretary Cui, take out the ancestral private electricity. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhongtian News. News highlights: yesterday, multiple power generation unit tripping incidents occurred in Taiwan, including Taitam, Zhonghuo, and Heping power plants, which briefly triggered a blackout crisis in North Korea. Lingtao, deputy chief executive of the Kuomintang think tank, singled out potential deputy cabinet minister Zhang Lijun and criticized her for failing to solve the power supply problem. Lingtao pointed out that Zhang Lijun claimed in the past that Taipower concealed ancestral private electricity, but the power supply problem continued, showing the government's incompetence. He called on the government to solve the power supply crisis and stop blaming the problem on companies or citizens. News headline: Cai Minhao has been detained in the SBL match-fixing case and has been asking for bail. The court opened and it was revealed that two players teamed up with Taiwan Beer to manipulate the game. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhongtian News. News highlights: former SBL Yulon player Cai Minhao was detained on suspicion of match-fixing and signing betting. He asked for bail in court today and accused Taiwan Beer of match-fixing. Cai denied being involved in match-fixing, saying that Wu Jiying had slandered him, and that Wu had remitted 100,000 yuan, explaining that it was due to an ATM card malfunction. The prosecutor slapped the defense of deleting conversations on his mobile phone, saying that his mobile phone had huge files but very few WhatsApp conversation records. The judge will decide whether to renew the detention after consideration. KZE proposed a bail plan, expressed his willingness to accept restrictions, and promised not to collude in confession, breaking the news and accusing the Taiwan Beer team of rigging the game. News headline: the front passed over northern Taiwan on April 18. Thunderstorm hits northern Taiwan first, giving western reservoirs a chance to quench thirst. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhongtian News. News highlights: the meteorological expert Taiwan Typhoon Forum Weather Emergency pointed out that a front is located in the Yangtze River basin of the mainland, developing quite strong thunderstorm cells. It is expected to pass over northern Taiwan on the 18th, possibly bringing some rain. Several reservoirs in critical water conditions in the west are expected to receive rainwater injection to alleviate the water conditions. The amount of rainfall and whether it will extend to the central and southern areas still depend on the subsequent frontal structure and development. News headline: Trump is tired. The hush money case went to trial. He was directly hit and fell asleep in court. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhongtian News. News highlights: Trump appeared in a New York court and claimed that the hush money lawsuit was political persecution. A jury could not be selected on the first day of the trial, making the selection process difficult. A total of 96 prospective jurors were selected, and more than half were eliminated because they believed they could not be fair and impartial. Trump complained to reporters about not being able to find a fair jury. The trial is expected to last 6 to 8 weeks, with sessions held 4 days a week except Wednesday, affecting his campaign. Trump used social platforms to continuously post articles attacking prosecutors, and the prosecutors requested sanctions. Reports indicate that Trump seemed to have dozed off several times in court. News headline: Good news. In the Bailin case, 4 patients were seriously ill, 1 patient completed liver transplantation and were in stable condition, and 3 patients in the general ward were discharged. Release time: April 16, 2024. Data reference: Zhongtian News. News highlights: the food poisoning case at Bale and Tea House resulted in 2 deaths and 4 serious illnesses. The good news is that one of them has completed liver transplant surgery and is in stable condition. The other 3 critically ill patients have been discharged from hospital and go home to recuperate. The rare toxin bonucleic acid was detected in the tea house where the incident occurred. A total of 34 people were injured, and 28 people have recovered. All 4 critically ill patients have recovered consciousness, but require liver transplantation. The case is still a mystery. Only the substitute chef's hands were found to have bonucleic acid, and no toxin was found in other samples. Minister Shweruiwan emphasized that he is waiting for the results of the investigation to assist in future preventive measures. News headline, Guo Zhihui appointed as Minister of Economic Affairs. From Terry Go's driver to semiconductor director, experience once and for all. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Vision Magazine. News highlights, Guo Zhihui, chairman of Konghio Group, is about to serve as Minister of Economic Affairs. He has 40 years of experience in the technology industry. The company has an important position in the semiconductor and energy fields and has become a key player in the semiconductor supply chain. He will face 2 major missions, deepening Taiwan's semiconductor industry and solving the bottleneck of energy transformation. However, his appointment also brings 2 major concerns. He may be partial to the semiconductor industry and ignore the development of other industries, and as an entrepreneur, he is not familiar with the operation of government departments and may face questions and challenges from legislators. News headline, Taipower is on the verge of a power supply crisis, TSMC lends a helping hand, a thrilling 17 hours. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Vision Magazine. News highlights, Taiwan almost faced a nationwide blackout last night, as solar power generation dropped to 0 and multiple generators tripped, resulting in a reduction of 1.82 million kilowatts of power supply. The Hualien earthquake caused damage to the Heping power plant and it did not come online to generate electricity. Taipower predicted the power supply situation in advance. 4 units tripped out in the evening, and Taipower responded with all its strength, including reducing pressure, strengthening demand response, and starting power generation at Shimin Reservoir. Afterwards, the Ministry of Economic Affairs and Taipower failed to properly report the power supply situation, suggesting that the energy transition policy may lead to a power supply crisis. The stability of the entire power grid has been questioned. News headline, only when the supervisor's supervisor takes action can the true story of the resigning employee be found out. Release time, April 9, 2024. Data reference, Vision Magazine. News highlights, to reduce the turnover rate of younger generation employees, the key is to understand the real reasons why they are leaving. Encourage company executives to conduct exit interviews with departing employees to hear their true voices. At a reading meeting for senior leaders, the challenges of the new generation of management were discussed and ways to solve the turnover rate were mentioned. The immediate supervisor is more likely to know the truth about the departure. It is recommended that management take proactive measures, including improving management techniques and conducting exit interviews, to find solutions. News title, Learning Process Files, upload test deadline on the 17th. Complete guide to preparation. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Vision Magazine. News highlights, learning history files are a key project of the 108 new curriculum, recording the learning performance of high school students, including basic information, course records, course learning outcomes and diverse performance. After students pass the first stage of personal application, they need to prepare a study history file to enter the second stage of screening. The academic profile is directly linked to the university application and is part of the review information. Candidates can test the system from April 12 to April 17 to learn how to upload the profile. News headline, Magic Wardrobe suddenly closed. Hundreds of victims, consumers, the boss took away the stored value money and ran away. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, the famous clothing store Magic Closet broke the news of closure. Many consumers accused the owner of taking away stored value funds, ranging from 1,000 yuan to more than 40,000 yuan. Not only did the store close its store, but it also tied up a red rental banner, and all the store's social accounts were also closed. The Legal Affairs Bureau of the North City government has received 19 complaints. The Consumer Protection Officer will investigate whether the stored value funds are in the nature of gift certificates to provide consumer protection. News headline, the yen is about to hit 155, a new 34-year low. Experts say the decline is unstoppable and may fall to 160. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, the US dollar index continued to rise, causing currencies across Asia to suffer widespread setbacks. The Japanese yen even hit a 34-year low, falling to 154.6 on the afternoon of the 16th. Japanese officials said they were prepared to deal with the situation, but the yen continued to weaken. Investors are worried about the prolongation of the U.S. high-interest rate policy and accelerated their purchases of U.S. dollars, which affected expectations of a rebound in the yen after the Bank of Japan raised interest rates. J.P. Morgan Chase and others predict that the yen will continue to weaken against the U.S. dollar, and may even fall to 160 or lower. The South Korean won also depreciated to the 1,400 level, and the new Taiwan dollar also depreciated heavily. News headline, tested. 157 people in Kyowa and Xiongla suffered from vomiting and diarrhea. CDC, one kitchen worker tested positive for norovirus. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, a total of 5 people at Kyowa Taipei Ximen and Xiongla Weijiahu Spicy Hot Pot Ximen were tested positive for norovirus, including diners, employees, and kitchen workers. 157 cases of food poisoning have been reported. People experienced symptoms of vomiting and diarrhea, and most of them sought medical treatment and returned home to recuperate. The Taipei City Health Bureau opened a special food safety clinic for 1 week, and as of April 11, a total of 49 people had sought medical treatment. The CDC stated that further clarification of the correlation is needed. The Food and Drug Administration pointed out that if it is confirmed that contamination by kitchen workers has caused poisoning, a fine of NT $60,000 to NT $200 million may be imposed, and the business may be suspended and the registration may be revoked. News headline, his account received 6 digits in seconds. A row of investors envied them, their principal was exposed. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, recently, CUNY Taiwan Select High Interest ETF, 00919, carried out its 4th dividend distribution. An investor announced that he received a dividend of more than 110,000 yuan, which attracted the attention of netizens. The investor holds 180 00919 cards with a principal of 3.92 million yuan, and modestly stated that he is not rich. Netizens expressed envy and congratulations on their income, but some people warned of the risks behind dividend income and pointed out that someone may announce high dividends just to attract investors. Regarding the issue of deductions from the second-generation health insurance, the original Po explained that he did not have enough insurance and did not care about the deductions. It is reported that each beneficiary of 00919 can receive an average dividend income of 6,947 yuan. News headline, an elementary school girl burst into tears on the side of the road and beat the car window begging to get in the car. Axiong's wife was angry, I really can't agree with it. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, Grace shared on Facebook that she witnessed a father refusing to let his elementary school daughter get into the car on the road, causing the girl to cry miserably. She found it difficult to agree with it and believed that a father should not treat his children in this way, as it would make them fearful. After Grace returned home, she shared this story with her children and expressed her uneasiness and sadness. She hoped that the father would give the girl a hug and emphasized that every child is a long-awaited gift. News headline, spending a month in Taipei on 4,000 yuan. National Taiwan University student exposed his crazy spending and the whole audience knelt down, a saving man. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlight, a National Taiwan University student shared the challenge of surviving for a month in Taipei on 4,000 yuan on card, which aroused the admiration of many netizens. He pointed out that 4,000 yuan includes all expenses such as food, clothing, transportation, entertainment, etc., of which meal expenses account for the main part, and the budget is 100 yuan per day. He shared ways to save on various aspects, such as buying cheap staple foods, vegetables, and meats, buying snacks when they are on sale, and digging for cheap clothing and daily necessities at flea markets. Although it caused heated discussions, some people pointed out that such a lifestyle may have a negative impact on the body and mind, emphasizing the importance of quality of life. News headline, Kenting builds a land crab habitat but turns it into a Marine Corps paradise road? I was shocked when I saw the results on the website, don't crash the car. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlight, in order to protect land crabs in the Kenting area of Pingtung, Kenting National Park has set up Taiwan's first continuous land crab corridor, including 184 land crab box culverts and placed coral reef rocks nearby to create a land crab habitat. This measure has aroused discussion among netizens. Some described the road as Marine Paradise Road, while others were worried about injuries caused by crashing. The Kenting National Park Management Office stated that it will discuss improvements with the Highway Bureau after collecting public opinions to enhance the effectiveness of the land crab habitat. News headline, Shanzhou only earns 2,000 yuan after receiving 4 announcements every month. Going to KTV and being treated as the denominator's social producer. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Eat a Day Starlight Cloud. News focus, Shansu, Chen Junfu, died suddenly on the 15th due to pneumonia and septic shock. He was 38 years old. He is a talent imitation artist who once participated in the popular show Crazy God Warriors. 4 years after his debut, he revealed his true income, which was as low as 2,000 yuan a month without deducting expenses. Although his income has improved, it is still far from that of ordinary office workers. He also said that for job opportunities, he often needs to socialize with agents and producers. When he goes to KTV, he is often treated as the denominator and has to pay 1,000 yuan every time he checks out. Shanzhu's performance talents are recognized by his peers, but he feels that there is still a gap between his ideal income. News headline, Sun Yejun sweetly revealed that she will bring Hyun Bin and her son to Taiwan next time. Witnessed a sweet date with her husband at the stadium, he grabbed her. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Eat a Day Starlight Cloud. News highlights, South Korean actress Sun Yejun visited Taiwan for the first time to attend a brand press conference. She excitedly expressed that the atmosphere in Taiwan is friendly and she looks forward to tasting xiaolongbao and visiting Zhufen. Sun Yejun rarely appears in front of the screen after her marriage, but she still works hard to maintain her condition. The focus of maintenance is on temperature and moisture rising. She modestly said that the title of fairy made her shy, and shared ways to relieve stress. Sun Yejun and Hyun Bin were seen dating at a baseball stadium, and she explained that she was invited to attend. I want to challenge my role as a mother in the future and promise to take my family to Taiwan for a trip next time. I would like to thank Taiwanese fans for their warm welcome. News headline, Zhang Xiaoyan is so ashamed that she can't hold her head up. Tao Jingying reveals the contents of the private interrogation. Revealing her current situation, she is not in a good mood. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Eat a Day Starlight Cloud. News highlights, Zhang Xiaoyan expressed her stance on the Huang Zijiao incident for the first time, admitting that she had never been aware of his evil deeds and felt guilty and could not hold her head high. Tao Jingying revealed that in a private message, Zhang Xiaoyan felt discouraged and helpless. She described herself as a low-key and innocent person all her life, but now she can't hold her head high. Tao Jingying said that people who think rationally will slowly settle down. In addition, celebrities in the entertainment industry have signed a petition calling for the amendment of the law, but the progress is not yet clear. She called on not to politicize this issue and to discuss the matter as it is. News headline, Xiao S announced that I will quit my business at the age of 50. If you want to lose weight, eat only one meal a day, you will still take tequila. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Eat a Day Starlight Cloud. News highlights, Little S announced that she will stop the business at the age of 50. She will no longer show off her sexiness or seduce men. She wants to regain her sexy and beautiful side and is losing weight. She laughed and said that her weight loss method has been corrected. Although she only eats dinner, she can't help but drink tequila. Netizens jokingly advised her not to retire, emphasizing that health and happiness are the most important thing. News headline, Academic and clinical studies show that taking vitamin D3 in this way can prevent breast cancer, pancreatic cancer, colorectal cancer, and lung cancer. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Health 2.0. News focus, vitamin D3 is important for body functions and can promote calcium absorption, regulate immunity, prevent cancer, etc. Sun exposure is the main source, but oral supplementation is more practical when sunlight is insufficient. Studies have pointed out that insufficient vitamin D3 is related to an increased risk of immune diseases, and moderate intake can prevent pancreatic cancer, breast cancer, colorectal cancer, lung cancer, etc. Oral supplementation can reduce the risk of skin cancer, which is especially important for young and elderly people. News headline, Zhang Pi lost 10 kilograms. No need to fast for 168 days, reveal the 2 keys to successful weight loss. Release time, July 14, 2023. Data reference, Health 2.0. News highlights, famous surgical Dr. Zhang Kunjun successfully lost 10 kilograms and shared 2 keys to weight loss. First of all, he advocated that eat less and move more is the basic principle for weight loss, and emphasized that the stomach is elastic. He recommended a weight loss plan of only eating 2 meals a day to reduce food intake and reduce gastric capacity. Secondly, he shared 2 easy exercises, squats and mountain climbers. Squats 10 times a day can strengthen muscles and improve posture. Mountain climbing is aerobic exercise, about 200 times a day, to improve cardiopulmonary function. He emphasized that weight loss methods vary from person to person and suggested finding a way that suits you. News headline, this kind of crab meat is super poisonous. 1 milligram can kill 30 rats. Cobra crab has no antidote and appears in houses to scare people. Release time, April 16, 2024. Data reference, Health 2.0. News highlights, the highly toxic cobra crab found in Xixiang, Penghu Lake, is known as the cobra crab. 1 milligram of crab meat can poison 30 mice. It is one of the most toxic crabs in the world. At least 10 people in Japan have died from poisoning after eating it. The Penghu Fishery Biological Research Center quickly brought the crab back for research and called on the public not to eat unknown aquatic products. The crab is found in the tropical Indo-Pacific and contains toxins in its muscles and shell, with no antidote. When crabs are found, care should be taken to avoid accidentally eating them, and relevant units should be notified promptly for handling.